This has been one hell of an experience. Oh, look at that. Up a ticket. Yeah, we're getting a ticket to go back to Tokyo for the night in the hotel. We'll be editing all this possible. We do try turning the fields on. We do that last Monday.
I'm with a cold sweat.
Hot sweat, mate.
You said this was going on with you.
600 quid, wasn't it?
Oh, how much? Hey, oh, did you hear that?
No.
He said 600. We're having that as a first time thing.
20 seconds.
Right, if I bid again, are you going to bid any more?
He's got that stonker face on his nose. 10, 9.
Well done.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But then, do you not get? If you get a swipe, do you not? Does it not start to build up down?
Sorry, I had to do it.
You've eaten everything I've ever built on a slope, mate.
Oh, you were frozen. I thought for a second. He doesn't know he's on. Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome to this week's GKP Thursday Night Live. How you doing, Matt?
Good. Yeah. Had a bit of a late night and a disturbed night's sleep, waking up to some princess phoning me at God knows what hour.
Some princess?
You.
Me? Oh, God, no, an hour. That was 20 to 8.
Yeah, I know.
Not that late. Early. It was, yes, it was still tucked up in bed, having a phone call with me this morning about a topic that we are going to be discussing this evening. But when we've got everybody else on and the rest of the group in, I think that'll be something. But this isn't me or the panel. The right way of putting it. This isn't us trying to pick holes in something. This is us just trying to clarify a few things And for anybody out there that might be unsure themselves, to hopefully guide you all into the right direction and perhaps get your opinions on it and see what you think. Because, it'll become more apparent when we bring up the topic and we bring up the conversation later on. Anyway, if anybody does have any topics that they would like to talk about this evening, do us a huge favor, guys. Stick them in the comments, put a question before it or a question mark at the end of it or whichever, and it highlights it and makes it a little bit more easier for me to be able to see from the rest of the comments that come in throughout the evening. Hopefully we can come up with some other topics and some other bits and bats. And have you noticed just somebody's late, mate? Somebody's late.
You're going to get doctored money again.
You get doctored this week. That's 3 weeks on bounce. But it's not called for. It's not smart. And it's not clever. He was ribbing you for it last week, mate, and he's late again. And he's even sent me a picture. Hang about. Let me bring this up, because he even sent me a picture saying he was all prepared. And this is the level of preparedness, and you can guess who this person has gone to. There we go. All prepared and sorted, and he's not here. So he's prepared with his beers and his nibbles, and he'll be here in good time. No doubt he's probably seen to family meal or something. Will do, bud. Probably sorting out or getting kids ready or is making the evening meal or something like that. But we shall find out in the near future. How's your week been, Matt?
Finally, a good one. I mentioned it last week. The concrete got poured on the pond today. So the bottom drain was leaking, not on any of the welds, but just the bottom drain. Went up there on last Friday afternoon and replaced it, cut out a new one, put a joiner in, put a new bottom drain in. Told the client to leave it till the following day before he filled it up again. Filled it up that evening, get another text message to say, you ain't going to believe it, it's leaking.
Again.
So we went back up there, changed it again, put a new bottom drain in. You all know how much a bottom drain costs.
Yeah, that's not the cheapest of things, mate, are they?
No, put a new bottom drain in, and guess what?
That once, yeah, all right, fair enough. Shit happens. But two, on the same pond, on the same build, is a little bit, a little bit unbelievable, isn't it? Really, but I know you're not lying. I'm not meaning it in that sense, but it is a little bit unbelievable that you can get two bottom drains. Did you think along the lines of the second one when you realised it was leaking again, just to think, you know what, shit to it, let's just concrete it in, and it's not going to leak from that regardless? Or
yeah, even the manufacturer said exactly the same. It was going to be encased in 7 inches of concrete. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to get worse. If anything, it will get better. And it was only a drip, probably every 2 to 3 minutes. And if it been on my ponds, yes, I would have said, sod it, get on with it. But the client wasn't happy. He believed what I was saying, but still not happy that we pay all that money. So we had to go back up there again. So that was
go on, sorry.
3 trips up there, hour and a half drive there, hour and a half drive back, and half an hour do the job. So it's basically a half day, 1.5 days wasted doing the bottom drains. And of course, nobody wants to take real responsibility for it. Was it the courier?
Do you think it's something that might be or might have happened in transit, in courier, being sent out? Or do you think it literally is just...
Yeah, it was the same place, exactly the same place on the bottom drain.
So it sounds more like a manufacturing fault. Not to say that they're all faulty, but maybe a faulty batch or a faulty mode.
Well, the stupid thing was because we ran out over the weekend, one of our... He's another dealer, but local one to us, but he's still an hour's drive. He had one that was sat there, exactly the same model, and he had one up there that he had 6 months ago and just sat there on the shelf. So he went up and picked it up and used that one, and that's the number 3 that leaked in the same spot.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, obviously, you're going to remember. I don't know. As of yet if he's been in touch with you, but he did tell me he would be doing. I went out to another a gentleman called Peter that lives locally in Huddersfield, and he was having a very similar problem with his pond. It seemed that every time he fills it up, the pond got down to 3/4. Three-quarters empty. The last quarter of the pond, and it stopped. And he'd even got marks where he'd marked it on the line, in series of areas along the side. And each time he filled it, it leaked out to that point, and then again and again and again. And he's done it 3 or 4 times. He checked a couple of areas where he thought he might have been having issues, and I went out there at the weekend, Sunday last just gone, and had a look with him to see if I could come up with anything else, or to see if 2 sets of eyes were better than 1, and we couldn't find anything. It was below all the returns. It was below all the pipe areas. The only thing that we thought it might have been, because he also noticed he had a leak on his skimmer line, but the skimmer line where he had a joint in the actual liner. So we was thinking perhaps maybe it could be a faulty liner. With the pressure of the water in there, it opens it up or stretches it just enough to be able to create a leak, and then when the pressure's gone, that kind of thing stopped. But when I spoke with you, pretty much after, to see if Matt could perhaps maybe source him a new liner, he literally went down the line of it could actually be the bottom drain, and then started to tell me about these 2 bottom drains that he'd had on a job that he'd been doing. I knew it had happened once, but I was gobsmacked when you actually told me it had happened a second time with the same, same drain and the same pond. But I guess it's
the one down in Devon, that was basically their builder filling it up with concrete had snapped the corner bezel at the top of the actual bottom drain. And although it was only cracked, it wasn't actually snapped off. What was happening was, with the weight of the water was getting into the crack and going underneath the liner. So then it was sandwiched between the liner and the bottom drain. It was lifting, making the hole even bigger, allowing more water to go through. But as the water pressure dropped, it would seed itself back up again, and you wouldn't have even known. It wasn't until we did it.
And that's where you were saying where your flange that goes over the top, which your screws countersink into, then sits into the underside of the casement of the actual bottom drain, which you've got like a small cylinder shape where the screws would self-tap into. And that was hitting the concrete and then raising it and creating a gap.
Yeah, so when
I tried to explain that to Peter, in that the sense it could have been doing that as well, because he did concrete around his bottom drain and then sanded it off the rest of the pond to give it a gradual slope to one end for the bottom drain to pull from and draw from.
Yeah, it's where basically the screws to the bottom drains are, let's say for argument's sake, 12 mil.
Yeah.
But you've only got 8 mil of plastic, 4 mil for the top flange, 4 mil for the bottom. And when you screw down through, you push down through the top one, you go for your liner, you go for your bottom one. But then as it clears the bottom and you've got your last 4 mil of concrete,
then you get that.
You get basically the effect that will lift up the plastic, and you'll hear it snap, and you wonder what the hell that is. And in most cases, it just carries on and you're fine. But what you got to do before you put in your screws on your bottom drain is make sure you pre-drill straight through into the concrete, but do not go all the way through that you actually screw down into your 4-inch pipe, because I've seen that before as well. And they've literally just screwed down through.
Yeah, just screw straight down and then put a fresh hole in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it happening though, Matt, because if you ever screw 2 wooden surfaces together and you screw it down and in, one piece, when it touches the next one, it runs up the threads of the screw, doesn't it? So you get that gap. Then when you back it back out and then wind it back in, it'll pull it and then close your gap. Question: are you fat? Oh no! What? Which one? And then we've got, what brand was it, Matt, on the ones that you were having a particular problem with?
Can't say at the moment.
Yes, well,
only because I'm having debates, obviously, whose responsibility is it, and it wouldn't be fair if it's all resolved. So basically, to say how proactive they were, though, that immediately they went back into production. They looked at what they were doing, and they sent one out on a 24-hour that had been totally modified. It's a bottom drain that's been out there in circulation for years, but they have actually already come up with a fix. And Crafty, no, I'm not fat, but I may be old. That's a cryptic one there.
Everybody assumes that just banging them in floor and sticking them in and doing them as you are, as easy as you can, and all the rest of it, that everything's going to be a doddle and an hunky dory. Good evening.
Evening.
I'm all ready and prepared, guys.
Prepared. Like I said, for 8 o'clock start, you said?
I never said no talk. I never said no it's all. Good evening, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good, man. Good.
You had a good week?
Yeah, very good. Busy.
Good.
As these things go.
Good. That's what we want to hear, mate. You want to be busy, don't you? Spring's kicking off, and it is, well, as the vast majority of people would say, now, Tosai season. So we're into it. Oh,
Into it.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Look out,
everybody.
How you
He's
doing?
stalking me, I swear
Good.
to
What have I
God.
got on the background there? Hang on, let me turn the TV off. No, actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some good content on for people to watch in the background.
Gonna put decent video on.
At the moment, I've got the Iran war on.
Oh, yeah, great. That's great content. Yeah, thanks.
Let's see what's on you. Oh, look, Gaz. We put Gaz on in the background.
Put me on in the background. All right.
Get some reverb going.
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, it's all
actually, yes.
silent. And Matt, I don't think you're fat. I think you're absolutely perfect.
Technically, Matt has trimmed down.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, he is on a strict
rum and coke.
Lasagna and bacon.
I'll be good for you there, mate. I was saying, obviously now you're gonna have to be careful and all the rest of it. You just need to drink more rum, less coke, sugar content, and all that kind of stuff. No buns. No, you don't like buns, so that's good. All you need to do is a meat and alcohol diet. Job's a good one.
Isn't rum made of sugar?
Yeah, probably. Probably got a lot of sugar content in it.
Kelly's coming over at the weekend and said to bring a cake over, and I said, as long as it's a carrot cake, I'm okay.
Mate, Kelly's cakes are rude.
Are they good ones?
Yeah. It's just cream and chocolate and man.
Whoa, look at
bloody hell,
that. There's
what's
a
going on
fresh brim. Huh? Fresh haircut, bald head.
The bald eagle's turned up.
Don't knock it till you tried it.
What, being bald or an eagle?
Yeah.
There you go.
The chosen one. You're still the chosen one, then I see.
I couldn't be bothered to change it.
Hello, me old
Good
mate.
evening, lads. Anyway, you well?
Very well, mate. You had a good week? You been busy?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Shit.
all right.
Not really. It's
That's
been
good.
really good.
Go on, then. Why? Fill in.
No, it's been a good
Do
week,
tell.
mate, to be perfectly honest.
You've had a good week, mate. I came down to see you.
Yeah, very good. You did come to see me, Lee.
I
You
know,
were
it was a
very
hell of
rosy
a road
cheeks
trip.
today. Have you been outside?
What's
You two
that?
Best friends.
He's got a snowboard in his face, hasn't he? Look.
No,
he's
I
got
think
snowboard
this
in his
is from snowboarding. Obviously, with the goggles on, this is just all burnt. You know, wind chill. Scott of the Antarctic, who was from Cardiff, by the way.
Is it?
Did you know that Scott of the Antarctic, Captain Scott, was from Cardiff?
Is that why he was a double R bastard?
Well, I don't know, mate. You'll have to
What,
ask
did he
him
not
that.
die?
He did eventually, yeah, but everyone will. Crafty, believe it or not, you'll die one day.
No.
No, mate, I'm the chosen one.
Go aside.
Yeah,
mate.
the other side,
I'm
mate.
okay.
On my
So
screen,
then,
it's that side.
right. We've no, it's mirrored in it.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's fucked up, isn't it?
yes, that's why I always get it wrong whenever I try. Yeah, it's like bollocks, isn't it? With the talk at the beginning that I was just saying, it's now Tosai season, and Rick being somebody that breeds and spawns fish, are you going to be using the Welsh dragons again, or are you going to be respawning the Welsh dragons again?
Yeah, it's going to try to, if all things go well, along with the Crimson Moons and the Crimson Factor. And
The Crimson Factor. I think there's a gentleman like angle from. Oh yes, I got it right. That way, that might be after some of the Welsh dragons in the near future. I don't know if he's wanting Fry to grow on, but some Welsh dragons is interested to see how well they do. What his young offspring is like.
You should put in touch with me.
His Coy's offspring's like.
I tell you what, I was watching Joe's last video on the Koi perspective down in Ricky's place, and that that Ginnerin Sankey, is that from that bloodline from the Takana male? That's nice though, isn't it? What was that from?
It's from Crafty's Sakai Company Ginrin male.
Oh, he might be the chosen one.
He's spreading the love.
How well did the Hiyatsuri from the new one that you got from Perfect Aquatics? Was it right from Mark Oxo?
The Oxo line, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate,
How did they fare with the spawning last?
Yeah. So I knew gravy train that one, mate. Like what I did there.
New gravy train. Oh my god. Sorry, Mark. No pun intended.
Yeah, no, they filled the farm. We've got shed loads. So there's some good ones gone different ways. Some might be heading to what? Some have already gone to Wales.
Well, we had a bit of a chat today, didn't we? I've got a couple of your top end stuff coming back to mine soon.
What you mean? You're finally going to go and get them?
No, he's going to post them. Otherwise, I'll have to pick them up at YouTube Fest, which is going to be a bit too late.
That's right. I'll bring them to Crafty's event, and we can do some trading in the car park.
Oh, we could do that actually. You go into that, yeah.
Nothing better.
Oh, talking of which,
nothing better than selling fish in someone else's car park.
Yeah.
I'll let you off 20%.
Selling fish. Hang on, we've got a van. So you said they were like going to be a hand job.
Yeah.
Talking of which, when you're mentioning events. Oh shit! There we go.
Oh, wow.
I always put it wrong way. I got it right once, and that'll be it for the rest of the night.
They look like Mariamas.
These would be the fishing question craft, yeah?
Well, not all of them, but yeah, just two random scoops. I just done 2 random scoops last night because people were looking for an update. So I thought I'd share them now. And there you go. They are really good. They look really good, man.
They've bodied it well, mate. Them, haven't they?
Kept the colour really nice.
Have you seen that weird white fluke right in the middle of the screen that's just swimming around? It looks like a hand. Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah, mate.
It's a hand fluke.
So, Crafty, while you're on that, the dark skull and the Kieran, is that good or bad?
Well, you tell me. You're the expert.
I'm not telling you. People would be nicking my fish, wouldn't they?
I ain't telling anyone nothing. It's up to you to pick them, isn't it? Because everyone will go, oh, and then I'll have somebody at the end going, I don't really like what's left. Like, I want that one in there. But how good do they look, man? They look fantastic, I think.
I'm not to take it away from them. The Ginrin Kahaku do look exceptionally good as well, mate.
Yeah, they do. The Kahaku look really good.
You know. And
I mean, the Kieran is good.
They've grown loads as well since we bought them in, you know. Structurally, I think they all look. There's a few smaller ones in there that have been left behind a little bit, but ultimately, structurally, like not 90% of them are really good. I can't grumble, to be perfectly honest.
I've got to say that particularly impressed with the growth of the Kirins. So anybody that is entering into Perfect Aquatics event and the day for either the Ginrin Kahaku or the Kirins, I'm not so sure about the Ginrin Kahaku, but I can definitely vouch for the growth of the Kirins. Them things, the powerhouses, and with right conditions, right good food, bit of heat to them, they are going to do the very best that they can do, and they will keep growing, and they will keep eating, and they will just keep stacking it on, because they do. I mean, look at the body on that.
I mean, I've got a body up, haven't I? That's all I can say.
You already doing it.
Pizza's good for it.
Oh, Kingsley's back in the house, is he?
He's back for the weekend, mate. He's
all right, Kingsley, mate.
How we doing?
Good, mate. Hey, why aren't you, mate? You should be on the next boat to bloody Iran, pal. You need another medal on your chest. Come on.
I've only got the one at the moment.
Oh, come on. You got to get it. You got to keep up with me and your old man.
Only got a swing.
Got a swing, not a ching.
Hey, Kraft, did you get a medal for peeling spuds?
A medal for what?
Peeling spuds.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
The army needs food.
Mate, I tell you what, mate, anyone that was in the catering corps in the military actually does deserve a medal, mate, because they're the first up and they're the last to go to sleep and they get no appreciation whatsoever.
No, I agree.
But I do appreciate every single person in the catering corps, trust me.
I would
listen,
food, all right.
An army marches on his stomach, and without those boys, we would have been
It's
up
mate,
Shit's Creek.
That is true. It does. Now then, right. I'll fire us off because as nobody as of yet has actually stuck us in a topic. I'll fire us off with the first topic of the evening. And what I'm going to bring up is a little bit of something that was put out.
Man.
Now then, what is the... Hang about.
You sure you got it?
What is the new name of the BKKS? What it's actually called now, not the BKKS.
There isn't one.
Yeah, there is one.
The national show.
The national koi show.
The national show, yeah, national koi show.
Right then. Let's give this. Let's bring this up. Let's see if we can make it a little bit bigger first of all. And we'll have a little talk about this and see what your opinions are. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, one, Lee, this is something that I personally think has and could have affected yourself. Exhibitor policy. We'd like to remind everyone that the National Koi Show remains a hobbyist show. Over the last few years, we have started to see a few exhibitors blurring these lines. As you may imagine, this has led to some questions, and we'd like to take this opportunity to clarify a few points. If you organise or take part in paid promotional activity, receive income from online advertising, sponsored auctions, or indeed have any sort of financial connection with specific trade dealers, you will not be eligible to exhibit as a hobbyist. Similarly, if you own a koi-related business and make your primary living from sales of koi, we do not consider you or your immediate relatives hobbyists. And as such, you cannot exhibit. Unfortunately, when outside monetary or other influences become a factor, it can lead to sourcing of exhibitor shows experiences. Souring of exhibitor shows and experiences. Now, that was a message that was posted out and sent out to all those that are involved and have showed in previous 12 months gone by. And this isn't something new. This is something that was posted out last year, and it is being rehashed out again this year to keep everybody in line with what their expectations are from the National Koi Show's side of it. What do you think, and what is your take on that kind of statement? How far does that actual section bit where it says sponsored auctions or indeed have any sort of financial connection with a specific trade dealer, you will not be eligible to exhibit as a hobbyist? Or if you take part in paid promotional activities, receive income from online advertising, sponsored auctions, or indeed any sort of financial connection. What's your take on that? As an ex, well, not saying ex-Lee, but
me. Oh, I mean,
somebody that showed his fish I don't know if you're going to show this year or anymore, but
well, I can't show this year anyway. But I mean, I'll be honest with you. If that's the statement and it was adhered to, I don't think there'd be many people showing in the UK, because that means that anyone that's got a YouTube channel is not allowed to show.
Too. Yeah, that's what I took.
I mean, I know Vince is watching, and Rocket Boy, they go down to New Forest Koi. That's kind of maybe blurring the lines a little bit. We've got people that sell koi food like Dan at Nutrimate. That's blurring the lines a little bit. Mate, it could be. It's just crazy.
To be, I mean, not to want to be on the fence or one side or the other, but for me, if I wanted to show, I can't because I work in the industry. But if I didn't want to show, and all I wanted to do was participate in online auctions, as I do, that would prevent me from doing so.
But exactly,
it says participate and making money, doesn't it? It doesn't say just be involved. It says to be financially paid or. So that's. But
then if you've got a koi YouTube channel, you're getting paid.
You're getting paid, and it's by sponsored advertisement. Everybody will say, and you will see, because there'll be adverts come up on this live this evening where that's monetized to my channel and I receive payment for it. And if I'm doing content on koi that's koi related, gives me an influence, and I'm receiving. How far can you go with that kind of statement?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a difficult one. I think in Japan, when you show in Japan, it's a fair game. I mean, it's like the Olympic Games and UFC and all this kind of stuff. They check for steroids and all this kind of stuff, right? If they just went, I tell you what, we can't control this anymore. Just do what you want to do, like they do in Japan. Anyone can enter, hobbyists, business, people that's in the trade. Just open the doors for everyone. And I'm a great believer that I think if dealers and hobbyists were allowed to actually compete together in the UK, I think the dealers will probably, shake their privates around for a little while to try to do good, to try to do well, and then they'll just settle back and just leave the hobbyists go to it, because the average dealer like Crafty and maybe like Rick and like Matt as well, they haven't got the facilities to grow fish. That's not what they want to do. They want to hold fish to sell them. But a hobbyist like myself or a load of other people around the country, that's what they do. They get those diamonds and then they chip them off to get those finished articles for a whole year ready for the shows. And I still believe if there was hobbyists competing with dealers, I still think the hobbyists would win overall, in the end. I think that's that's what I think anyway.
Paul's just putting there, for most YouTubers, I bet YouTube is not their primary income. So in my
opinion,
that's a valid statement, Paul. And I will say that I contacted Matt Stevens today to offer him the chance to come and represent himself here as part of it and say what he thought on it, because I imagine there's been a good number of people that have actually contacted him to say, well, hang about, am I allowed to show because I do receive this, I do receive that, or I am partaking in this, or I am partaking in that. I mean, for example, Chip Rastakoi, I mean, he quite definitely 100% is in that category in one or two ways, both as a YouTuber and would be, I don't know if, I wouldn't say it's his primary source of income at all, but he's definitely getting monetization, and he's definitely getting money coming in from that side of things. And he's also involved with going around filming a lot of places and importing fish in Japan, from Japan to UK. I'm not saying he shouldn't be able to or shouldn't be allowed. I don't personally, for me, think that it should be an issue. Can you not be a businessman and still be a hobbyist?
But where does it
industry and not
where does it stop? So So my argument as well is, if me or anyone out there buy an amazing tozai, let's just say one tozai from Perfect Aquatics, exclusively New Forest, Matt, any koi shop, right? So you buy that tozai for £95, right? You grab that tozai for a whole year and it grows into an absolute stonking 55 cm body, amazing, right? And then you want to offload that fish, but you're not going to offload it for £95, are you?
No.
You're going to offload it for £500 or £1,000 to somebody who wants to show. Now, where do we stand there? Every single hobbyist that buy fish offload them, and they don't do it for free. So that's a form of, you know, kind of like investment, isn't it? You know, you're making money from that. It's not your primary source.
You don't have to be you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work it out, but you go around shows and you can hear people discussing and talking about fish that they're showing on that day, and they're saying that this, you know, after this season, this fish is going to be available. I'm going to be moving it on because I want to bring
exactly
in and start working it up through the ranks again. And
But surely
that was my argument. I think that was my argument once. I was like, I mean, when I was doing the shows last year and the year before, you know, there's a lot of people interested in my koi, and I'm like, you know, after the season, I mean, I'm going to offload it because I'm not interested in large koi. As soon as they get to 65 cm, I'm not interested. I'm into the smaller size categories. Okay, that's what I like. Now, I mean, I can remember doing the Great British Koi Show, and someone behind the scenes mentioned that I had sold a Hiyatsuri. I had sold a Hiyatsuri by word of mouth. You know, someone wanted that Hiyatsuri. I'll go, yeah, cool. You can have that after the season's finished. Before the ponds dip down in temperature, I said, you can come and get it, or I can deliver it to you. That's fine, because I don't want it because it's getting too big. Right now, just because I've said to someone that you can have that in October after the shows, you know, if I have a car now, I've got a van now, Gaz, right? So if I say to you, if you say that's a lovely van, Lee, is that for sale? I say, no, not yet, but you can have it on October when I'm getting my new one. Yeah. Whose van is that until October?
You.
It's mine.
Yours. Yeah,
exactly.
This is the reason, Lee, why I thought for this topic, this would have been perfect for you. And all right, guys, I already knew Lee had this kind of thing and experienced it. And I already knew that these kind of topics had come up in the past for him. So to get somebody's opinion that's been affected by it was, for me, the perfect person to have, other than Matthew Stevens. But unfortunately, this evening is not available. And I will say to anybody, this is not to have a dig at anyone. And this is not to have a dig at the show in any way, shape or form. Matt Stevens has said, if anybody has any problems or any queries, they can contact him direct or contact the show direct, and they will talk and discuss with any individual as to whether or not they are or aren't allowed for whatever reason they might think they're not able to. So this is just to get an opinion on it and to see as to whether or not us the guys as a panel, you, the public watching, is it really necessary? Do we need to go to these lengths to show fish? Do we have to get to that point where somebody might make a few quid out of this? So
it's a hobby. It's a hobby. You don't win money if you win anything.
That one there is a Collins quote. I mean, I couldn't agree anymore with this. It should define if you hold a pet shop license, then you are not a hobbyist. So
exactly.
For everybody that's not got a pet shop license, you're a hobbyist. So therefore, I mean, I can work in the industry, but don't get me wrong.
Okay, hang on. Let me put in Gus. Right. So based on that comment from Colin, right, if you're selling fish out of your back garden on a regular basis, not the odd one or two, but on a regular basis, should you not hold a pet shop license anyway? And how would those sort of people that do that, and there's a few
the government doesn't deem it that. The government deems that you can sell X amount of fish from your premises without having to declare it or without having to have or hold a pet shop. Yeah, it does. It does.
I need to see it.
But surely you can simplify it. You just turn around and say, look, Gaz hasn't got a pet shop license, but he works his job. So in my eyes, he's not a normal hobbyist. He is someone that works full-time, full pay in an industry, as am I, as am Matt, as is Crafty, and as will Lee be when he eventually puts some fish in his bloody tanks and stops looking at empty tanks. But
do you think...
But then you get the YouTubers, it's slightly different, isn't it? Because they are making jack shit. They're creating content.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. From this year, when I mean, listen, I never really wanted to have a dealership. That was not my interest at all. However, I love the industry, and for me to keep my toes wet and to enjoy it and to feel part of the industry and to push the industry more and to support the industry and to make it grow, I've been pushed in to doing a dealership. I would have been quite happy to be a hobbyist and compete again this year, but there's certain people that have bullied me out of that because for some reason they think I'm a dealer. They think that I've sold hundreds of fish from my back garden and I only buy about 12 a year. So I don't know where that's coming from. So I've been actually bullied into this. I'm glad in a way, but you know, my path is my path, and that's what everything, you know. I mean, I got bullied into tattooing once 20 years ago, and that led to a really good, a good living. So, I mean, maybe it's a good thing. I don't know, but I mean, I certainly didn't plan on doing this. I mean, it has just happened. So that's it, because I can't compete anymore. So I'll just go to the shows and show my face doing it that way. You know, so happy days. It is what it is.
Everybody shows, best man wins. Simple. I agree.
I totally agree. Now, honestly, right now, so I'm out of this category now because I can compete this year. But I still will say that, I mean, people we'll talk about Dan from Nutrimar, right? Yeah, he sells fish food. Why can't he compete? Just because he's got some money and he can grow fish, that's fine. He can still compete. I still think that you can compete, Gaz, because you don't sell fish. You haven't got a pet shop license.
I work in the industry
because you love it. It's okay.
To be doing so.
Let's put it this way:
I spend my hard-earned money to make that purchase of the fish.
Exactly.
I'm not going to get given a 600, 700, 800 quid show banger for absolutely nothing, am I? I've still
exactly.
I have to go out to Japan and pick the damn thing and bring it
playing it on the devil's advocate on the other side. Do you think it would do the show any good that? And this is just named so that we all relate to it. In your case, Gaz, that say Ryan could say, "Here, Gaz, here's one of my best fish. Go and show it." Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I get that, mate, and it could be done. Yes, you could manipulate it, but at the end of the day, if
he could do that to any hobbyist, he could give that to anyone.
You go show it. I wouldn't. I mean, I know he wouldn't. He wouldn't give it me. I'd have to purchase it.
It's Ryan we're talking about.
It's Ryan we're talking about, mate. Trust me.
I've purchased. I've not got any of them for free. So I know he wouldn't give it me. All right, I might get staff discount. Fair enough. But
then again, if you talk about it this way, any other hobby, right? Let's just talk about Formula One,
racing.
Right? Yeah, I'm just gonna say, if I work for BMW, does that mean I can't enter the like a Formula One if I was an amazing racer?
That's the bit that I don't get about it. You limit your pot of people to show with set rules, and I'm guessing the only real reason why these rules could actually be in the first place is there has to have been at some point or some time some individuals that have complained that somebody has had an unfair advantage. Got to
going back to F1s. If people can't win on the track, they'll puncture your tires in the pits. I'm a great believer in that. You know,
it is a hobbyist show. So from where it comes from, that I understand that there was obviously issues in the past with dealers manipulating fish into the show for gain of notoriety, for whatever, kudos, whatever you want to call it. But in reality, if you stick by the rules, you've got to own the fish for a month, then that fish is yours. It's in your pond. No dealer's taking that back or whatever, is it? It's your fish. You've done whatever with it. It is one of those. It's a difficult one. It just needs to be, if you make a living, if you've got a pet shop license, if you're a dealer, you're not allowed to show at this point at the show. Fair enough. I get that. But once you start saying anyone and every single hobbyist that's keen will be affiliated with a certain dealer, because that's what happens when you live near a dealer. You've got Colin with Crafty, you'll have Chip with Mike at Ume or whatever, you'll have Vince with us. That's what happens when you've got a hobbyist. They'll have a favourite dealer that supplies.
Yeah, that makes a rapport with each other. Do you know what I mean? And like me, I become friends with Ryan. We go to Japan together. Yeah, I've got access to the first best fish at Pondside in Japan. But anyone can go to Japan with Ryan. You just got to book a flight and go. You know what I mean? Like people like Vince and stuff like that shouldn't be targeted because they're massively into the hobby and they actually go out of their way to, Vince is up at yours all the time. I bet he gets first selection of the best Tozai. Good on him.
No,
but it's true, like, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, it's a business, isn't it? So it's just whatever you do, those really keen hobbyists are what make the hobby great. But those hobbyists go to extra lengths to go to Japan, to go to places. Vince will do a film at World of Water, he'll do a film at bloody Koi Hut, he'll do a film with Matt at Harry Potter, go to the shows. He films everything because he's mad for it.
Because he loves it. Yeah.
And because he gets 60 quid a month from his YouTube. So, oh no, but you're being paid for your Koi content. You can't show. I'm not sure.
But that's what that statement said. I don't quite understand it.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's the thing. It's just like
what happens, for example, for somebody that does YouTube, it's unemployed. That is their primary source of income.
I think he still gets more from the government. So I wouldn't say that.
Maybe, but yeah.
At the end of the day, if that was the case, and Vince would, I reckon you could tell him. We'll use Vince as an example. If Matt said, "Look, because you're taking money from YouTube," Vince would go, "Well, I'll monetize them," wouldn't he? And at the end of the day, for the sake of 60 quid a month, it's not worth it, is it?
I just asked a question in the audience there, but for all if I was a question for you all, if I showed a fish I got from work and I'd pay for it, what would you think? Would you think I had an unfair advantage? Yes or no? And we've got no. Anyone should be able to allowed to show. No. 100% YouTubers. That's not one lately. No, and then of course not. Times have changed. We've had more. We have to move the times from Paul Cunningham. No, Gaz, and then Lee has put this one in. No, Gaz, I have seen what you do with your koi. The colours would drop off before it showed it. But yeah, the majority of people, but no, Vince isn't a dealer. A lot of people, well, I'm saying there's a lot of people. There's 143 people for once. When I ask a question, it'd be brilliant if we all participated and give your opinion, yes or no. If you thought that, it would be an unfair advantage. I don't see as it's necessary, man. It's just
not. It's a hobby, man.
Major. You're not winning 20 odd grand, are you? A big grand champion prize. You're just getting a rosé, a bag of food. Maximum top prize might be what? 250 quid.
What top prize for what? There is no prize money. What prize money?
No, I mean in value of goods, what you might have got, like a bag of koi food.
Yeah, but no one even considers that. Do you know what I mean? Like
exactly. I mean, so where's the big deal? A big issue in it?
And it's a real shame because like
he's right now because he's filling his face. I know he'll have an opinion on this one.
It's like you said. You know what I mean? There's people. You mentioned, well, I'm good friends with Chip. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Chip does all these things. He gets fish over from Ubikoi. He's advertised on a little WhatsApp group. I mean, imagine if that man was disallowed to show in the National Koi Show. That would ruin his whole. That would ruin his whole hobby.
According to that statement, he could no longer show.
It's just sad. I don't understand it.
That was my opinion this morning when I read it, and I thought, shit.
So, I think and this goes out as a direct to Matt Stevens and Ian Jenkins. Okay, I understand that statement. and I understand the reasons that
Do you not
statement's
think
been
Ian
made.
Jenkins
Bear with,
shouldn't
Gaz,
be able
bear
to show
with.
either then?
However, I feel that you need to be a little bit more exact to who it excludes in a bullet point format rather than leaving it so open-ended and open to discussion and debate about what it really means, because the message is not being sent correctly based on that statement, because not one of us here can say what is right and what is wrong, so therefore the message is not working.
Eric Gorman's put in there, some hobbyists think it's unfair. That's the problem. Well, I agree with that, mate, but I also think it's unfair that the government's been given $4,500 as a bonus to help them through the present climate and change and everything with the standard of living, how difficult it's become. But that shit's happened and there's nothing we can do about it. So, I mean, there is lots of things that happen in life that are unfair. I don't think that we should always throw our toys out of pram just because we think they are. We should just pull our socks up, get on with it. And if you want to compete, go out and get a better fish to compete against the guy that you think's your competitor.
I think a lot of the competitive, I think a lot of the show, I think a lot of it as well is, I mean, money can buy awards in koi shows. I mean, the more money you've got, the better fish you can buy. Yeah. And I mean, that's the fact of it. I mean, it's difficult. It's like.
But if you come second place to somebody that can do that, Lee, should you be downhearted in that? If you can take a fish from 200, 150 quid, 250 quid, 350 quid, and get that fish into good enough condition to show and to compete and enter into against somebody that's paid $6,000 for a toe side to compete and show, if you can get an award that might make runner up to that, who is the one that truly, really looks the best out of that?
Listen, I'll be honest with you, mate. When I've competed for about 4 years now, I can remember my first year, before I even started competing, I bought a £95 grow-on Kahaku from Ryan at Exclusively Koi, okay? And when I bought that £95 fish, I was in the first, koi shows competing against people with massive money that had Kahaku in there and Sankey in there worth tens of thousands of pounds. But I didn't moan about it, all right? So I grew that fish for 3 years, right? And then I went back with that same fish. It cost me £95, and I won adult champion at the National Koi Show. And I still didn't moan about other people that had more money than me to try to compete. So, I mean, just everyone should just enjoy the hobby and just compete. And pat everyone on the back that does well. And if someone doesn't do well, then they should bloody actually sit down and try to discuss what they're doing with their fish and try to better the hobby, try to better how they're keeping their fish. And everyone should be happy, and everyone should tap everyone on the back, and everyone should clap when someone wins an award. And when someone doesn't win an award, just go, doesn't matter, mate. Next year's your year. It should be encouragement, not stabbing people in the back, not talking down to people.
And then say, but my fish was better than yours.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Behind closed doors.
You can always have your own opinion then, can't you? You can turn around and say that kind of statement. Do you know what? I think you were lucky there, mate. You won, really. Matt, we both know my fish is better than yours. Even if it's a bit of tongue in cheek, it still makes a bit of fun out of it, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? I don't get why everybody. I know it does, and I know there'll probably be a lot of people that'll be thinking along the lines of, it stems from that clickiness again.
Yeah. Wait, but that's
cool. I bet you there is. You might not think so, Crafty, but I've already seen one comment in there that says it's them wanting to keep it in their own clicky little group. Shouldn't we be breaking down these walls? Shouldn't we be, dividing and conquering all that lot and all coming together for the good of what it is in the hobby in its entirety?
But okay, so let's flip this on its head even more. So Ian Jenkins is running the show, but surely we want to see his fish at the show because he's got some of the best fish in the country.
Yeah, but Ian Jenkins imports fish in.
But he's still got some of the. I still would want to go to a show and see his fish.
I do too. I want to see anybody's fish, mate. I mean, another bit, Matt, we need to touch on the little bit that we spoke about and all this morning about size-wise. Oop, that sounded wrong.
Size-wise?
Like, when you were saying that there's a lot of people now going out there and purchasing and
Oh,
buying
yeah.
smaller toe side or smaller stock. What's your opinions, ladies and gents? If a lot more people started selling toe side, and like Lee said, he always liked to compete in the smaller varieties, would you still be as interested in going to the actual shows if they did, for example, like in Japan, the 50 boo maximum size, or anything?
Is that not the junior koi show then?
Yeah. So
that's actually right.
Yeah, but do you think that they could not be all started to turn to that if everybody started thinking, I'm going to start competing more in the easier, because I'm not saying
the smaller categories, it is not easier.
No,
I don't think so.
Would you not think it's easier than somebody's 70, 80, 90 cm fish?
What I was saying this morning, do you not think the hobbyists like going to the show to see good examples of big fish? Now, if the show ends up as small fish because they're more affordable, which I get, will they still have the same support of people coming in there if you went through 80% of the tanks and they were all fish up to 30 cm?
I mean, this is the thing that we've got to think about with that statement, is that most of the hobbyists that have amazing fish over a certain size that everyone are in awe of when they go to these shows, and why a lot of them actually visit these shows, are all owned by very mature, sort of seasoned hobbyists. And when you are a seasoned hobbyist, if you're good at something, you always kind of find a way to make money out of it, because people either want to buy the stuff you've got, or they're asking you questions, and then you sort of get pulled into that thing. So we're talking about Chip, we're talking about Ian Jenkins, and we're talking about all these people. They shouldn't be they shouldn't be turned away for the show because we want to see their fish. I mean, it would be a shame. I mean, the statement needs to change really to accept, to like what Crafty said, it needs to be, I think, written a little bit more transparent, so it can be seen properly.
Yeah. If it had bullet points to break it down, is yes, YouTubers are allowed, blah 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 blah, whatever it might be, or whatever, to make it a little bit. And I dare bet it would have saved them a lot of admin time, a lot of phone calls, and a lot of people getting in touch. And I might be guilty of making this more so by having this topic of conversation this evening, and mean they might end up with more calls on the back of this. And if they do, Matt, I apologise, but I did give you a chance and opportunity to come on this evening, and I did ask you if you wanted to make a statement to explain it. Even as a member of what was the BKKS, and even someone that's in the industry, I wanted to be right to try and give them their voice too beforehand, but unfortunately it was too busy. But it did say, as I said, anybody who's got any queries, pick up the phone, give them a call, and they will talk it through, anything that you're worried about. So just to make that clear. But yeah, I personally think there's no real need, man. I don't think there's any need for it to be as.
But you say that, and then say Koi Water Barton turn up with some 6 giant Sakai bloody Kahakus or whatever, and take all the major awards for the biggest fish, and everyone with them kicking up shit, wouldn't they? So there is a need.
But they can't, because they've got pet shop licenses. Well, so that's officially someone who can do it.
Yeah,
Matt's on about people that's making money from, I know, anything associated with koi, which means YouTubers, small hobbyists, maybe that's doing stuff. People are selling koi foods, but not koi. But do you know what I mean? People who maybe going to do pond bills, people who do fiberglassing, they can't go. Poor old Ron that works in Shirley Aquatics, he can't go. Do you know what I mean? So imagine Ron. Ron's been in every single show that I've been to. He's amazing. But that means that Ron can't go. And that's a shame, because Ron's got amazing fish to show at all shows. So, yeah, obviously Crafty can't show. You can't show. Matt can't show. Okay, I still think it's on the fence with can Gaz show? I mean, yeah, okay, I can understand. Yeah, if Gaz couldn't show because he directly works there, same as Ron on the fence, because they don't own these shops, but they do work in them, and it's their primary income. So I don't know. It needs to be written a bit more, doesn't it? A bit more, you know.
Well, come on, Kraft. What do you reckon? You've been very, very quiet.
He's muted.
I've said my bit, mate. It's like I understand the rules that are there, and they're there for a reason. I don't necessarily agree with everything that goes on, but there's rules that have been written based on experiences that have happened in the past, and that's why they enforce them. I'm not allowed to show fish. I couldn't give a fuck who shows and who doesn't.
Yeah, imagine who's the lad that works here? Harry.
Yeah, Harry or
so
Ollie.
He went, he's got his fish at home and I want to show him. And then they tell him, well, you can't show him because you work for Perfect Aquatics. And he'd be like, well, I've had these fish for years. They're my fish. I can't. It's the same thing, isn't it? So,
I'm in the same boat, mate. I only work for Perfect Aquatics.
Colin's not allowed to show.
So everyone at Perfect Aquatics not allowed to show, even if
actually, that's right. Crafty theoretically hasn't got a pet shop license. He works like same as Gaz. So, I mean, it's up in here, isn't it? It's difficult.
But it shouldn't be, should it? It should be okay. If you're Ryan or me, we can't show. That's fine. I get that. But if you're someone that just loves koi and happens to be working, selling the fish or doing whatever, then there shouldn't be any restrictions on your personal fish.
I don't think so. No, I think,
Again, that's because unfortunately, there are dealers out there. The same happened last year. I'm not going to say anything more than that, but the same happened last year, where dealers, they flout the rules just so they can get a little bit of fucking brass at the end of it to display in a shop, right? Where hobbyists are actually showing fish that don't belong to them, etc. And that's the whole reason why those rules are put in, right? So it's not necessarily what's been written that is the issue. The issue stems from when people take the piss, flout the rules, and then make these rules get written. Because ultimately, if people are doing things like that, then it's not right that they're like taking awards away from people that have invested into the hobby, put a lot of time and effort into selection, growing, conditioning, transporting, and showing their fish, only to be trumped by somebody that is flouting the rules just to get a little bit of a fucking trophy at the end of it. I don't understand that, but ultimately people do it.
It probably has happened, and it probably would happen again. But
it will, because competition is competition. But some people just cannot stand losing. Other people, they want to show that they're the best, and fuck the competition. It don't really matter how we do it. We're going to do it however we want. It's the same in any competition, any sport, etc. There's always going to be someone that takes that drug enhancing, to win a gold at the Olympics, etc., etc. These people, it's in people, and unfortunately, this is what arises when rules get written, and it's the minority that spoil it for the majority, and that it's just the way it is. I understand frustrations being there, but ultimately, if people are raising concerns about how people are conducting themselves and having a slight advantage based on things, I think there need to be a little bit more refined in that statement so people know whether they are coming or they're going, basically. But just respect the rules. The rules are there for a reason.
And actually, we're actually forgetting as well that obviously Matt and Ian that are running the show, it's a massive chore for them to do it. And obviously, I mean, that statement wouldn't have been written if the topic wasn't a thorn in their side. So, I mean, obviously, the statement's been written by Matt because probably he's got people in his ear. So, yeah, like Crafty said, I mean, the rules are the rules, and that's it. It's just, I think the policy just needs to be just maybe sharpened up a little bit. And mate, if that's the rules, that is the rules. I mean, if it should be one rule for one and one rule for all, and that's it.
When you put it, it's like, right then, at what point do you consider a revenue being done through sponsored, like, promotional activities, etc.? Is YouTube classed as a promotional activity? Yes or no? We don't know if they're including that. But if they are, then that takes Vince out the realm. A few other people.
That would, I reckon, that would take
Chip out the realm. But then if Chip was allowed to show, and the others weren't, then that's just going to create so much backlash.
Yeah, we are down. Yeah,
you know, and that's why I think they need to refine it, just so people know whether they're coming or going, basically.
I mean, to be honest, mate, it doesn't make a difference to all 5 of us here because we're not showing next year. But like, I mean, I want the shows to be a massive success. Listen, I'm going to help set up the national again. I'm literally going to help. I'm taking 1 whole week off work, going to help Matt and Ian.
Technically, that means 2 days off of work.
Actually,
I mean, if you I've seen your videos, mate. Cheeky day off, cheeky day off, cheeky day off.
Lee don't work.
Yeah, cheers for that. But like, mate, but that's not me putting in annual leave and getting paid by someone. That's me actually taking time off, and I have to work the weekend before and the weekend after, which I don't see my family or go to play with Wolf, just to go and help the National Koi Show. So I actually believe in that Koi Show. I want it to work. I mean, I think dealers obviously shouldn't be able to show, obviously, but I think people like Chip, I think people like my good mate Ron, and obviously Chip's a mate as well, I think these should be able to show because they're not professionals. They don't, I mean, yeah, they might make a couple of quid off koi related bits and bobs left, right and center, but I mean, Chip spreads the word of the Lord. That's how he makes his bloody coin. Do you know what I mean? I mean, that's what he does. But yeah, okay, so he sells the odd fish every now and again that he doesn't want to buy a bag of sake. Whatever most of these people make from selling fish actually goes back into them to get filtered down the drain from the drum. So it's not like a revenue for them. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I just think I think the rules should be slackened a little bit. Obviously, not the dealers should show. I mean, I'd love the dealers to show. I'd love it to be more like Japan kind of rules. That would be cool, and that would take all of the problems out. That would iron everything out. Everyone can jump in the mix and have a go, and it would make the shows bigger probably because more VAT sold and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, yeah, I'd like the shows to go very smooth this year and get as popular as possible because they are really on the rise every year, every show I go to. Because again.
But why are they on the rise?
Because of YouTube exposure. This is what I'm saying. It's difficult.
I'm about to put another one then to play devil's advocate again, right? For all the YouTubers, and there is a fair good few of us, and the vast majority of us all get a fair good amount, 4,000, 5,000, some 6,000, 7,000 views. For all of us that go out there, film content, and then put it out there on YouTube. There are some that believe that when we do so, we reduce the numbers of footfall throughout the koi shows because people don't need to go because they can catch up online. What do you think of that?
Nonsense.
I agree. I think it's nonsense.
It's nonsense.
But there are people that believe that is the case.
No. At the end of the day, there's people that can't attend, and they will watch it, and there will be people that do attend and still watch it. But in reality, it's all advertising. The National has gone from pre-COVID, couldn't even fund it, to suddenly more than funding itself, creating a shed load of money. Why is that? Because advertising, social media, people getting behind it for the right reasons to enjoy it. The last few years, it's been the best I've ever known it.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, if that statement puts off all the YouTubers going to document their journeys to show their fish and all that kind of stuff, footfall will literally proper diminish next year. It needs to be advertised. That's how things grow. You know what I mean? And Facebook posts can only do so much. I mean, you know, but yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I just want the shows to do well this year. So hopefully everyone's going. Hopefully it's going to be a nice weekend. Hopefully it's not going to be as hot as it was last year when I set it up, because it was absolutely boiling. I was even redder than this.
But do you not think that's the case?
I
You
agree,
get the same people like
100%,
yourself
mate.
turning up
I believe it does too.
to set the show up, Lee. So you get those really keen hobbyists that do all the work, come in and set the shows up and do. It's not them that moan about stuff, is it? It's those keen hobbyists that get involved with stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's all the ones that sit in the armchair until the morning of the show that they go put the koi in the vat. But, you know, like I said, mate, last year it was amazing. I documented the whole show getting set up. It was amazing.
I never saw it. I never watched that one.
And I actually, you know, from the channel, I think you can ask Matt, but I think I've got about 6 people down every day to help us. That there's one amazing, I'm not going to mention any names, but one amazing businessman actually paid 2 or 3 of his staff for the whole week to stay there helping the National Koi Show set up. And consequently, I believe the show was set up probably 36 or 46 hours quicker than it's ever been done, you know? So, I mean, the power of social media actually can help if it's directed in the correct way. But if it puts a thorn in people's sides and statements like that is going to upset people in the YouTube community, it's not going to do any good. I don't understand it.
Guys, did Matt say why he couldn't come?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. He's busy this evening. He's doing
the more important show on the other channel.
No. He was doing something. I think he does some form of teaching or training or something.
Coach. He
was coaching his group tonight, so he couldn't make it. But I mean, I did offer the opportunity, but he did say, unfortunately, Thursday night I'm coaching and I'm afraid I cannot attend. I said, would you like me to read out a statement on your behalf? He said, what would you like me to say? The show committee are reminding people that they exhibit a policy which is not new for this year. It's been in place last year as well. If people are unclear on anything, and that they are welcome to contact me directly to discuss. A couple of people already have. So people already been in touch. People already have.
So if that statement is right, then if they're saying it was already in place last year, anybody that showed last year is good to go this year anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I mean, I just thought that was the way I read it. The first way I read that, I thought, what the hell? I mean, I read it last night just before I went to bed, and I'm like, God damn, man. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't. And not just for one reason, for 2 or 3 reasons, by the way I'm reading that. And I thought, that's shit, man. Forget the fact that even if I didn't, tomorrow I didn't work for exclusively Koi, I still couldn't show because I have a revenue coming in from YouTube about Koi. Or I'm involved in doing auctions about Koi, with Koi. So they were just to the point where I thought, shit, man, that could make a decent topic for the evening. And here we are. But I mean, that's why I did turn around to say to Matt Stevens, give you the opportunity, come along if you want. I didn't want to just throw it out there and go, yeah, I'm just trying to be a shit stirrer, because that's not the intent at all. None whatsoever. I just wanted to have a topic that we could discuss, get opinions on it, and see where, as Crafty said, to me, how it could be broken down with some bullet points and some examples of what could be done and what can't, or who couldn't and who could, would make it a lot more easier to understand, because that is pretty grey. There is no black and white to it.
Difficult one, though, isn't it? The hobby's difficult. What you say?
But yeah, anybody's got any queries, feel free to contact Matthew Stevens. Don't smash the hell out of his telephone number tomorrow, guys. Be respectful.
And any queries get directed to Matt Howie at Dorset. Don't get them to. And anybody's got an issue with that, contact Perfect Aquatics for a free pond bomb.
I mean, we got Paul Cunningham.
And if you want any fish growing on, Lee's always available.
I know we've got Paul Cunningham who's watching, who does, set up and organise his own show. I mean, I don't know, Paul. what your terms and conditions are. Do you have anything in place like that? Have you ever felt the need that you might have to have something in place like that? Or do you already have something of a similar sort of standard to that? Or can anybody participate in your shows?
I think obviously
if they all do or don't, or whether or not it's just the particular one.
But his show's obviously an open show because Lee went up there last year, got bullied into it, and went and showed up there last year, didn't he?
Mate, listen, it was a lovely show, and I didn't want to do it, and the only reason is because it was about an 8.5 hour drive for me. However, I did do it, and I really enjoyed it, and it's a wonderful show. I mean, Paul's not.
Mate,
Paul's not the
you've done
chairman
it because
this
I
year.
paid for your VAT. Cheap as chips, you.
But listen, this is why I got bullied up. You paid for the VAT, which was 65 quid or whatever it was, but I still had to put £200 worth of diesel in. Oh, and I shared a room with you, and I had a pink eye in the morning from a shitty towel that you wiped your ass on. I mean, listen, this is what koi shows should be about. Not about like nitpicking. It should be about having fun with friends, and that's all it's about. And I had a great time with the guys up in the north of England koi show, and unfortunately I'm going to go again this year, but as a wet dealer, hopefully, depending if I can keep fish alive that long. And so it's going to be fun.
You haven't got any fish.
Not yet, but I know a man.
What's that one you just sent, Kraft? Is that about what might determine for people if they were untoward and didn't? Oh,
No, you upset him.
Oh, I upset him. I only
He's
asked the
gone.
question. He put key points on when you need a pet shop license. He brought up, which business tests. You need a license if you make a profit, selling regular or selling large volumes of fish. Home/online sales, selling from home or via the internet requires a license, just as a physical shop does. Aquaculture exceptions: if you're registered as an aquaculture production business or APB and with CFAS fish health inspections, you may need this specific license. And then it goes on with more and more and more and more. So, I mean, that states there, top license. Key points when you need a license. Businesses, you may need a license if you make a profit, sell regular, or sell a large volume of fish. What determines the large volume?
Yeah, what's a large volume of fish?
Yeah.
What is regular? Is regular one fish a week?
Yeah.
It's really weird, blurred lines, isn't there?
What happens like somebody like Lee, if he says I might sell 12, I might buy 12 tosai this year and keep them for 2 years and then move them on. These 12 fish.
That's one a month. If I was to separate them out.
Don't do it regular, mate. Just do it in one big hit.
It's cheaper for shipping, isn't it? 6 in the box.
I think it's sensible. Isn't it? If you're a dealer, you're a dealer. You know who's dealing and who's not, don't you? It's not.
Yeah, they set fireworks off around our area when they start dealing.
Yeah. Send them in.
And everyone in the koi community should start showing a bit more love between each other, to be honest, because obviously there's a lot of chatter going on to Matt, I think, and I think it's doing Matt's head in. So yeah,
I mean,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I guess it's probably getting a little bit of an ear bashing, and that's why they've had to come up with something like that in the first place. But
yeah,
I don't really think I don't think it's necessary. And if a better man's fish won because he put his hand further down in his pocket and bought a better fish than me, then I'd take it on chin and think, I've got to do better. I've got to choose better. I've got to bring my fish on better within my price budget to see if I can compete against him. And that, to me, would be something to strive forward with, to beat somebody's fish that they paid big money for if I'd picked it, selected it, and grown it on.
Yeah, exactly.
To me, that'd be more of an achievement.
Exactly what I just said about my £95 tosai. I mean, I don't have the money to pay. Mate, the most expensive fish I've ever bought was £2,800, which actually, for a koi for the show scene, as anyone would say, is not actually that much. And that koi didn't even do anything in the koi shows anyway. Didn't even win a rosette. But the £95 bangers and a bit of husbandry skills is where it's at. I said there doesn't need to be any jealousy. It's just a little bit of skill and a bit of reading and make it happen. It's easy.
So why couldn't you get the 2,000 fish for £2,000 one good?
Because I got soft water and it was a fucking goshki.
Yeah, because his Benny dropped off.
No, sue me. It was just like that. Minimum goshki. I was like, that looks mint. Put it into my water. Bloody hell. Looked like it'd been bleached.
Yeah. And now he's found out all he needed were a bag of cockle shells.
Well, yeah, maybe. I did buy another really expensive one off Ryan last year for the show scene, and it was remember that one with loads and loads of little dans on it. It was amazing. And I mean, I did spend for a Toza, I think it was about £1,000 or something, which is quite on the top end of a budget really for me then. And I got it and I thought this is going to be class, and I put it into me pond, and obviously had a couple of months before the koi show season. And the sumi didn't come up at all. And I was like, that. It's still in my pond now. It's massive. It's got a hell of a body. So if someone's got a massive pH, hit me up because you've got a winning goshki. That is pale in my pond, but it's going to nice darken up for you guys.
Yeah. You're selling fish online again, aren't you?
Oh no, not yet, mate. No, I've actually just filled out my pet shop license to send off tomorrow.
That's it. You've done us now, haven't you? Now none of us can have a go because we're all involved. We were all there on the night.
I'll still be there in spirit, and I'll still be there drinking in the National Koi Show. Come and see me.
How many stars do you reckon you'll get tomorrow, Lee?
None, mate, because Wales doesn't do star system.
You haven't sent it off yet.
Nope, they do. They do a red level and a. This is hilarious, mind. All right. So basically, in Wales, I rung up the local authorities and I went, listen, I said, I'm looking at getting a pet shop license for a holding facility. It's not going to be a shop because I'm not going to get anyone there. Odd person might come up and pick it up and all that kind of stuff. And I said, I want a pet shop license for fish. Yeah, okay. So she rung me up and she goes, I understand you're after a fish pet shop license. I said, that's correct. And she goes, right. So what we need is I'll send you a document and you look through that, make sure it's all ready. Don't bother getting us out until the ponds are filled and it's all completed because it'll be a waste of time, really. I said, that's no problem. I said, I've got a couple of months yet. I've got a bit of work ahead of me. And she goes, now, England does the star rating. I said, yeah, I understand that. And she goes, but in Wales, we don't have that. And I went, all right, okay, yeah. Now, bearing in mind, I got a tattoo shop in Wales, right? Now, to get a tattoo shop in Wales is way harder than it is to get in England. There's way more sort of like you have to go higher education for cross-contamination, all this kind of stuff. It's really mental, right? It's easy in England, but it's harder, a lot harder in Wales. But in the koi industry, it's way easier to get one in Wales. So she goes, it's just a red standard and a blue standard. The blue standard is the highest. She goes, but I suggest don't bother with that because you're going to get the license anyway. So just do the minimum. And I was like, oh, okay then. And that was it. I was like, so you're telling me don't really bother. We'll give you a license anyway. And I was quite shocked with that, to be honest. So I will be having a word with the council when I get my license after I get it, obviously.
So you got a red then?
No, I've just filled out all the paperwork now because now it's ready to get inspected. So I've filled out the paperwork and sent that off. Well, I'll send that off tomorrow. I've just done all the paperwork for it.
Have you got your glass bead
inspected with no fish in it? Oh, that's a nice tank. Well done.
Well, I mean, I got plenty of fish in my big pond, but none in the other three.
Have you got your glass beading in?
Pardon?
The glass beading. Have you got your beading sorted out for your window? What
do you mean beading?
The beadings that hold the glass pane in on your PVC window. You were going, oh, was it the door?
Oh, right, that. I was wondering about the point. Yeah, they're all done, mate. It's all done now, mate. It's all the ponds are cycling. Joe from Awaz came down today. It's all on the internet. It's all cycling. The ponds are just warming up now, heating up, and yeah, get some hardy tamasaba in there to inject some life into the filters.
Tamasaba, a little bit lost in there, weren't they? In that
maybe all right, mate.
Or tamasaba stuck to bottom drain.
Yeah. No, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be nice. And yeah, perfect scenario. Just get some fish and yeah, see what happens. Interesting. I'll hop
Good
until I go
question
walk.
from Top Chagger for you then, Rick. Before question for Rick. Hi, also to the rest of the lads. I hope you're well. If I increase my bio, although all tests are great, will I see a difference in growth? As thinking of adding another moving bed to what I have already.
Not unless you increase the amount of food and the temperature. In which case, then the bio will help, and yes, you'll see an increase in growth. Yeah, you won't see a change if you added another bio filter, but didn't change anything else. Then nothing else would change, will it? But by adding another filter, you can increase the amount of food and stuff.
Eventually, once you get the filters established, yeah.
And you'll see, yeah. So yes, add more filtration, add more food, see more growth.
There you go. Simple.
As is. Anyway,
Glad you were.
I'm on holiday soon, so I'm not going to miss Sunday's auction with you two. I would have been bidding on fish as well. No.
When do you go?
None of those fish are available, and now he's letting them all go to Lee.
Is it a 2-week thing, or is it? I mean, because as of yet, I still haven't received your holiday form.
No, I'll be joining you for Benidorm next Thursday.
Benidorm next Thursday. Oh,
in the man cave.
Benidorm. Madness.
Yeah, Zoe's already researched the cheapest pint in Benidorm.
The cheapest pint?
Yeah. So 2 San Miguel's for €2.50 or something.
2 of them.
I think so, yeah. Special.
I bet they do a banging breakfast as well. I bet you anyway it's gonna be a Brit pub.
Right, of course it will be, won't it? With our string vest, Union Jacks on our head, and we'll be flying.
I've been to Benidorm a few times. It's been good. Me and Sticky Vicky had a proper, relationship on the go before she died. It might have been me. I think she caught skin flukes off me.
Right. What's if I know we've probably covered this a fair few times over the years, but again, best practice, guys, for anybody now, because we're starting to get those odd few warm days, aren't we? And most people's ponds are becoming a bit more active. Fish are starting to get around a little bit more, but then we're getting temperatures that are dropping down to like 2 degrees on a night, and then we're back up again in the morning. You're getting up this. If you live in Huddersfield, you get the odd occasional frost still. Best practice for anybody now that's thinking about going out there and kickstarting the pond and going straight into it with getting everybody up and going and feeding again.
I'll start this. Pissing it every day. It'll warm it up and it'll get some ammonia in there, kickstarting the filters.
I'm
not far from the fruit.
Lee actually taking a dump in this. I lifted the
Mate,
cover up.
I love pooing in my moving bed. You can just see the brown poo coming up every now and again. Mesmerizing. I get Wolf there with a little scoop, like like the ducks in the fair.
Hook a ring. Yeah, sensibly. Just be sensible. Didn't you?
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
The weather forecast, and if you're gonna have frost, don't feed them.
What happens if your fish are up and actively looking like they want something though?
Give them a little bit, but if you're gonna have frost, then don't.
No, you can't, because I'm using it.
What's
Using it. That's why. That's
What's
how
He
the-
wants a computer. Let him have it.
Kingsley, know your place, son.
My place is right here.
You're talking to the commander there, sitting next to you.
turns up expecting everything to be dropped for the lordship. Just don't
Is he painting Warhammer there?
Right, you bought any Warhammer with you?
No, but I bought some before I came.
Nice.
Bill keeps saying echo, echo. Is everybody
Let me show Kingsley some Warhammer.
Oh, go on.
I'm blaming Crafty.
Sorry, guys.
Look at that,
This
Kingsley.
is a
Look.
Warhammer stream now.
We've got a dreadnought drop pod. Oh,
ancient
mate.
like you, mate.
What's that? Sorry, that's Star Wars.
Not Star Wars, mate. If you know, you know. Oh,
I
look
don't
at
know.
these. Look. Oh, mate, we've got some Proteus Land Raiders.
You're doing Horus Heresy then?
Of course I am, mate. I'm the ultimate bad boy. I'll put those away now because you're probably getting too excited sitting next to your old man.
I'm literally jumping in my seat.
I know you would be.
He's
Vince
on the
is probably
fucking
as
internet now
well.
looking.
Warhammer.
At what point should you be classed as a dealer?
Oh, is this from Crafty?
I mean, this one here, when you smoke more than you sell, or when you sell more than you smoke.
When you make a living from it, innit? If you're a professional in a job, it means that's what you do for a living.
So actually, no, I don't think that's right because listen, I make a living out of tattooing, and I'm just about to start to do a koi business, and that's not going to pay for my living.
Well, should do.
Well, I doubt it. I'll probably smoke more than I sell.
No, that's the question. I'm putting the
Mate,
question.
yeah, I have got your command unit here somewhere. I'll tell you what. Vince is furious because I haven't. So Vince, your command unit is somewhere in all of those, ready to get painted up. But I've been so busy with the pond build that basically I haven't done it. But Vince will know, right? Listen to this, Vince. Now, there's winning the National Koi Show or winning GC at the All Japan Koi Show, which is impressive. But I think we both know that winning one of these is way harder. And I'm not even joking, guys, because you can't buy this. You've got to earn it. And Vince will know what it is, isn't you, Vince?
Looks like a really painful dildo.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. If you know, you know. If you don't, do you know what that is, Kingsley?
It's a Warhammer trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a golden demon, mate. I tell you what, you cannot buy one of those.
Have you got your name on the Slayer sword?
No, not yet. But and do you know what, right? I used to compete painting these. And if you're a dealer, you can still compete as a painter.
And be part of the tournaments.
Fucking golden demon.
Let's go back to my question.
Yeah, that question. Sorry. At what point should you be classed as a dealer? In koi.
In koi, yeah, of course. It's a koi-related program. So that's a question. What are you saying? What do you reckon, Gus?
I would, me personally, mate, I would say if you're trading and you getting stock in and trading them out and doing so as a weekly, daily business.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't consider somebody a dealer. Vince, don't take it the wrong way, mate. I know Vince gets a few fish, grows them on each year, picks them out of his bowl of doom, takes a chance on a few of them. Some of them turn into real nice fish, some of them not so much. The ones that he gets and he moves on and he sells on and make a few quid. Do I class him as a dealer? No.
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 Exactly.
Somebody
I mean, let's point the finger at me. Me that goes onto my YouTube channel, sells a couple of fish for Ryan. Am I a dealer? No.
No, that's why I'm asking the question purposely, because again, it's quite loose. However, I've seen a YouTube video of somebody taking fish home from a back garden where there's quite a lot of fish in quarantine that have been supplied through a dealer, and them said fish are part of a food trial, but this said dealers, or so this said person, has got about 6 or 7 ponds, and then people are going in there and taking fish from the garden. would that be classed as a dealer?
Dodgy dealer.
Did you say Pat has a food trial?
Don't look at me. I'm not selling
Rick's
that
a dealer, isn't he?
No, Rick's a dealer anyway. So it's
Yeah,
not
I
hard to do
thought that
Rick.
as well, Matt. I didn't know if that was just my. Crafty, you sounded a little bit quiet then, mate. I'm just going to knock your volume up a little bit.
So this guy is not a dealer. So how do you know he's doing that? Is it advertised somewhere or?
No, there was a YouTube video of someone going up, having a look round his establishment.
But is he trying to show fish at the National?
I don't know. It's not about that. It's about whether they should be a dealer or not.
Well, yeah, if they're selling that many fish, they probably should be. But then
If you advertise yourself as a dealer,
I'm selling fish, but I'm not a dealer, Gal.
You know, it's and I say it for a reason, because there's a huge amount of people out there that do things the right way. At least is Lee falling asleep, or is he frozen?
No, he's just got a bit of a weird one on.
I think he's just.
looks like he's relieving himself out the back hole. Yeah, there's plenty of us out there that do things the right way, and we have to jump through hoops and have the inspections and keep the paperwork, etc., etc. And then you see people thinking they can do what they want.
I'll be back. He's definitely frozen. Because that fishing background.
That's always happened. At the end of the day, you've always had people in the hobby. The hobby brings those. You get involved. You want more fish. You've got too many fish. You sell some fish, and you could. It's
not hobbyist.
But you suddenly get to a point where you're doing that too much, and then you are becoming a dealer, aren't you? So you've then got to start adhering to the rules of a dealer, because as soon as you send the first shitload of fish out and get a problem, you need to have traceability of whatever's occurred.
Absolutely. You know, and I sort of watched it, and again, I'll probably get a bit of fucking negative feedback, as I always do, but ultimately,
actually, you've had some positive this evening, mate. You had positive. I mean,
no, I'm not so like, you know, I always do controversial sort of stuff, don't I? So, you know, at what point do you stop becoming a hobbyist and then you actually become a dealer? Because from the setup that I've seen, to the fish that are in there, to the fish that were taken away, and the words in the video were, he done me a good deal on these, well, that says to me that person needs to have a pet shop license, because he's done a good deal for someone. I don't want to say names, and that makes it really difficult to get a point across. But ultimately, it's not good when people are selling fish without that traceability or the license, or even if
to get a pet shop license in each county is different in England as well. It's not the same. And let's say Lincolnshire one was, if you sell more than £1,200 worth of fish a year, you need a pet shop license, which is completely different to what we do or anyone else. So if your county council put a figure or a number on it, then that's what it is. But I don't get how, you know, say how you can put a value on it. Then one person might sell one fish and need a pet shop license, and someone else might sell 1,000 fish.
That's weird. My thoughts about getting a pet shop license is, yes, like Crafty said, the traceability of your koi, the cleanliness of your koi by a governing body, and also being able to get a shipping license to be able to post your koi and all that kind of stuff. I mean, if that wasn't a consideration for me, I would have just not even bothered getting one and did it, like, you know, corruptly. But I think it, do you know what I mean? Something like that. It needs to be done correctly, doesn't it?
Fucking corruptly.
Like
on a corrupt basis.
I've been listening to too many Donald Trump bloody documentaries, sorry.
I don't know whether it was me just with Lucky DX, but DX down here will not let you ship a fish unless you provide your pet shop license.
I don't think anywhere will they?
But that makes sense, doesn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, I think it should do, yeah.
But then
it doesn't stop people selling them out their back garden and going collect them.
Yeah.
It's just,
But then
there isn't a governing body. No one wants to be involved. See, so our governing body for as a farm is DEFRA, and then CFAS, and then we now need a pet shop license because other people said they haven't got a pet shop license. We don't need a pet shop license, but we've got one for the shop, just above board and that side of it. But as a producer of the fish, we don't need one. But what you're saying is, the expert takes someone's fish because they ain't got a pet shop license, yet we're the biggest farm in the country and haven't had a pet shop license for donkey's years because you don't need one as the primary producer of the fish. So, and again, it's another one of those grey areas, or there isn't rules for half of this stuff. So every governing body that's been set up to try and regulate ornamental fish and the fish industry doesn't tie up with anyone else.
I mean, some places that like a holding facilities don't even need a pet shop license, do they? And they get like a different kind of certificate, don't they? I'm not quite au fait with that, but.
Well, Lee, you were saying about the traceability of the fish as well. Pets at home have stopped. You know where they used to write down all the names of where all the fish are gone, etc., and check to make sure they've got rid of that. And our council said, right, well, if you're going to get rid of that, then you're going to go down to a pet shop license, star rating 2. And then, that's fine. It saved us hours and hours of paperwork, but we still got a pet shop license, so we can still carry on selling fish. But we have no traceability now. So that's almost going down to the level of the backyard seller having no traceability.
And what about the fancy goldfish at the fair?
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, but remember those going home with your little, when you were like 9, with your little bag and a goldfish in it, and then go, where are we going to put this? I don't know, just flush it down the toilet. Horrible. Mate, horrible. I just sticking it in that round bowl with no filtration and waking up 2 days later going, the fish is dead. And mate, it's horrible.
But it's doing these little necklaces with a fish in or a little terrapin inside it, alive.
In what?
In a little necklace.
God, mate, it makes me cringe. Honestly, it's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, let's talk about something that's a bit more light-hearted. Anyway, listen.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's talk about something a bit light-hearted. Listen, everyone should go to the shows and everyone should be friends with each other and everyone should pat everyone's on the backs for everything they do that's good, and that's it. Right. Okay. What else can we talk about? Let's not talk about the shows and pet shop licenses and who cannot show in the koi show. Everyone can show in the koi show. Just go for it.
What do we think about new varieties? All this Karagoki crazy dragon slayer that's coming out. I mean, who's got one of them yet?
Who's this now? Hang on now.
Have you
Rick,
not got one?
What's this now?
Dragon slayer. Have you not got one?
No, what's this now? Are we talking King Arthur
tonight?
Huh?
Jesus.
A dragon
Have they been spawned yet, Rick?
No, of course they haven't. I haven't created them yet.
I was going to say.
What's Joe from the Koi Perspective's new bloodline? Sort of like Red Lust or something?
Crimson Thunder.
That's the one. Same thing.
The
both things happen in the bedroom with me, with the ladies.
Mate, that's just... it's one of them, isn't it? He wants to record. A bit like I've done, like we did with you last year. Your fish has performed magnificently, like a stallion, and created some good stuff. So Joe has jumped on the bandwagon and gone, I've got a nice male. Let's get on.
Mate, I like to say I taught that Takano Sankey everything it knows. It talks to the fish the right way, it touches the right things, and it does what it needs to do. Trust me, the sperm in that one is strong.
It is fathered a lot.
Mate, that thing's dangerous. Watch out, it'll rub against any Tamasaba as well. It ain't racist.
No.
So when does the, I know you said that Joe had come down and done some content and done some filming and what have you. Is that something that's dropping on your channel, Rick, or is that something that's going on Joe's channel?
It's all on his.
It's on Joe's. I watched it last night. It was really good.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry, Joe.
Shows you're up to speed, Gaston.
I'm not, mate, at all. I will be completely honest, and I'm not. I'm miles behind.
He's a busy man, mate. He gets worked by the Stoddards. He's busy. He's got no time for himself. I tell you what, though. The Phoenix Tunnel's looking really good, mate. I mean, I've got to say, and I'm not a bitter man, I'm happy for you, but I'm really jealous of your bloody
one
polytunnel.
hell of a massive pond in middle, innit? The one on the right-hand side looking down. How long's that middle section pond? The one that's, I know you've named them all, but I forgot names that Vince gave us the other day when you were going through them all. But there were one way you were swimming like that through it as you were going down it. That's huge. You've got, that's what, 20, 50 foot long?
Probably more than that, yeah. Probably 40 foot long, that one.
And they've got no supporting walls in there to prevent that. That's double skin block laid flat.
Hey, Rick, I've been to Rick's place, and Rick doesn't do normally concrete or doesn't normally bond anything, and he doesn't believe in supporting walls. They don't exist in New Forest Kind.
Hope and a prayer.
I'm surprised he hasn't even just got mud banks.
How many ponds have you had collapse work over the years?
That one particular one has collapsed, but that was the original concrete floor went. So I'm not taking responsibility for that. We had one go on a polytunnel, which we had the first one we had done by a professional block layer, and it never got a meter deep, and it wiped out the wall and the polytunnel. So that was done by a professional. So the ones we do, no bother.
I really enjoyed it when I came down to New Forest. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I went down to some of those some of the polytunnels, and I walked in with all like the foliage and all like the chili plants, which is way better. Why my chili plants were shit last year, but yours are like massive, like unbelievable. I was like that. I've still got a dead stalk in my backy shower from last year. It's pathetic. I thought I'm going to leave it there to get a head start on Rick.
I've got to admit, Lee, your chilies did do shite, didn't they?
They were shocking, mate. I had one left at the end of the year, and I thought I'm not going to eat that because it'll kill me.
Mate, they like a certain thing, don't they?
They do, so. And I was watching that video, Joe's video, with all your and you're right. The wheelie bins are absolutely perfect for moving beds and stuff and filters, aren't they? Mate, they're made for it. It's a great retrofit. Anyone that's got a pond that want to feed more food, whack a wheelie bin in between your filter and the pond, and trust me, you can maximize your feeding for the whole year then.
And as Crafty said in the past before, preferably your neighbour's wheelie bin saves you getting one.
Exactly.
I want to see your setup.
Rick's neighbourhood's not got no wheelie bins anymore.
A nice green wheelie bin sat on the side of one of your ponds, Lee. I'm
not sure if my mind could cope with anything green in that.
Could swing a little bit of a connection system up to a wheelie bin. Wire it in.
It'd be good. Otherwise, he'd be well happy with that. All their gear and then a wheelie bin.
Well, I mean, listen, you can get black wheelie bins, and I have considered that. I mean, do you know what? Do you know what? I do have to put one more pond outside, sort of like an ambient temperature one, you know what I mean? To take things down in temperature. And for shits and giggles, I might actually just do a wheelie bin, like moving bed. For you, I think I might do it.
You will not do that.
All right, I might surprise everyone.
Did you see?
It'll be a whole new Taffy Gucci's budget ponds.
Budget pond.
I'm happy to do that. If everyone's happy for that, I will do that. And it's going to be.
Man uses them as well, doesn't he? See his wheelie bins in the video.
Which one?
To be fair,
the Man with all his drum filters and all the rest of it, and then suddenly the camera pans around. And he's got 2 wheelie bins as bio filters.
Yeah, but what do you use for liners? You're just using sort of like damp course, aren't you? Like that plastic sheeting.
Yeah.
And I'm even going to use that as well. Rick, you think I'm joking, don't you?
You couldn't cope with it.
I could fucking cope with it, mate. We're going to do it
straight with a wheelie bin.
You might have to cope with it. You spent that much on the rest of it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do a wheelie bin moving bed. I'm going to do a damp course liner, and I'm not even going to put a drum on it. I'm actually going to do a shower.
I'll send you a budget pump to put on it as well.
No, I've got a spare Awaz pump, so I'm not going to spend.
I'll send you some Pontec pumps, mate.
Yeah, he don't need one, mate. He's the kind of guy that buys 7 pumps when he only needs 4.
No, mate, those are super fit. Yeah, I know. I've got a spare Awaz pump for some reason, but like those Superfish ones are really cool. I like those. I mean, because they're black, but I do think they're quite cool, aren't they? Those little Superfish ones. Yeah, and how much are they? They're cheap, aren't they?
Well, not very cheap, but yeah, cheaper than your EA and Oase brands.
How much is it? So what sizes do they come in? Those
10, 20 and 30 varies.
10. How much is the 10,000 vary?
160 quid, I think.
100. Oh, that's a lot cheaper than the Awaz and stuff.
It's a tenth of the price you pay for your pump.
Yeah, I mean that is a lot cheaper. However, mine's going to last longer. Maybe, I don't know. Depends. I think I've broken one already. It's leaking. It happens. Listen, all I can say is, from personal experience, don't put K1 Micro into a drum, because they do get through the little gaps. But those, yeah. I mean, but it is all slowly blowing out into the pond, and I'm scooping it all out. What?
K1 Micro gets out anyway, doesn't it?
It's amazing. I reckon I could swallow that and piss it out. That's how small they are.
You wait till the fish get in, and then they chew it and they squish it.
Yeah, they squish it flat, don't they?
And they get loads of
flat bits. Oh, I never even thought of that. I sometimes I have nightmares of a fish eating that and trying to shit it out.
No,
Mate, I can't imagine anything more painful.
They take it back at teeth, they squash it flat, then blow it back out.
I got a whole mug of koi teeth. I have.
To be fair.
Oh, mate, I tell you what I'm going to start selling. Next time you see me somewhere, ask me. I'm going to start selling little Lost Boys earrings, but with koi teeth on it. So I got loads of koi teeth now. How are they? How's your noodles, Michael? What? You're eating you're eating silkworm larvae.
You can't sell the teeth anyway, mate. It's the type of ivory, isn't it?
Oh my god! I thought to myself, if I sell those teeth, I won't be able to do a koi show.
No.
Because I'll be making money from koi.
Adrian's asked a question for us, which Lee, you should be able to answer this because
what's this, mate?
You should be able to answer this one. What are the different benefits does low KH compared to a high KH do on a koi?
I'll tell you exactly the benefit of that because I am an expert. Me and Ian Jenkins actually has got really low pH and KH. I mean, Chip has got, I think, a bit higher, but he lowers it on purpose with his RO system. So the beauty of it is, right, it's way easier to raise your KH and GH, but if you've got a high pH and GH, it's very hard to lower it.
That really helps the koi. Cheers, Lee.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? That's what there's a question.
That wasn't a question.
What was the question? Sorry, go on.
What are the different benefits?
Oh, in benefits. Okay, well, mate, you know, like
doing a koi.
I mean, Rick is probably the best one to ask this as a fountain of knowledge. But I think lower KH is probably good for, like, you know, Benny and stuff like that. Higher KHs is better for Sumi, isn't it, and stuff like that. But there's probably other internal benefits. But over to you, Rick.
There you go. In my head, a lower KH is easier to grow the fish. It's
because again, I think the reason why fish.
Cheers, Lee.
I mean, my fish will eat like hell because there's with a lower pH and KH, the ammonia levels are going to be felt way less by the koi, and that will actually entice their appetite, isn't it, Rick? So I mean, that's one benefit for it. I would have thought.
It is, but it's more dangerous, isn't it? If you're not on top of it, you're going to get stung.
You can have a crash, but I do like to sit on a razor edge.
Yeah. Is that why the cockle shell bays in your filter?
Mate, trust me, they work an absolute treat. And I will be selling bagged Tafaguchi cockle shells in a show next to you.
Question for you, actually. You know that bag that you've made to put your media in, so you can.
You mean the backy sock?
Yeah, the backy sock. Right, I've got a couple of flaws in your design.
Go on.
No, you don't.
Well, when you start,
Yeah,
what type
stop
of media
messaging.
are you going to be putting in there? Are you going to be using the tubular media?
No, it's just I've just got like Helix and K1 in there.
Ah, right. So everybody knows that when you put like a piece of cloth material, i.e., sponges, finer filter media, eventually it clogs up, doesn't it?
Mm.
So how are you going to prevent your shower from clogging up in the actual sock, preventing it then from getting through to the media on the inside?
No, I've got like this. It's like 6 mil holes on the thing.
Yeah, no,
Six.
those areas are still going to get clogged up eventually with shit out.
Yeah, but if you didn't have that material, the media would get clogged up anyway. So you'd have to take the media out to clean it anyway. But this way,
you do it just purely so that you can get it.
You could just pick all of the K1 up, give it a shake, and put it back in. You could do it once a week if you wanted to.
There is no flaws in the design. Please thought it out.
Oh no, mate, there might be. I don't know. Hey, listen,
I was wondering if you were going to be, like most people use as backy shower, it'd be backy house media type of stuff. And I was thinking, when you pick that up and lift it up, that's all just going to go into a.
Oh, mate, you wouldn't be able to pick it up. It weighs a ton.
You're just going to have to open bag up and place them all again every time you do it. But you're going.
Trust me, I'd way rather if someone was going to go. Would you rather BHM? To go in my backy showers, which is going to cost me about $4,000, or would you rather trial a plastic media, which is probably going to work as good, and you've got it already? I go, yeah, okay, I'll use that I've got already then.
EA thinks it's going to work all right, mate.
I think it's going to listen. Okay, so I'm no expert, but if we look at this as a piece of BHM, right? So eventually, this stuff on the top is going to have a biofilm on it, right? It's all cross-hatched in. The water, I can almost guarantee, without being a scientist, I can just see it out of being a little bit of common sense that the water's going to hit that, and 95% of the water is going to go around all of that media and find its easy way out. It's not going to permeate that. And also, we've always talked about if you've got parasites, it's a perfect host for a parasite, that is. And if you do a PP treatment or any kind of treatment, to get the PP treatment, the 5% of water that's holding that treatment to get it permeate into that media, okay, you'll have to have a pressure cut. You'll have to have a pressure vessel to push it in to be able to kill those things, all right? Now, plastic media is a lot more open. It works. Okay, if when you move in bed, you've got it's moving, it's tumbling, you've got lots of oxygen. That's what it needs is oxygen, and it needs fish waste to be able to colonize, to be able to absorb ammonia, to do the nitrite circle and all that kind of whatever. Now, why wouldn't it work in a shower? I mean, I've got about 100 liters in one backy shower tier. And every mil of water has to track all the way through that media to exit the bottom of that weir.
So Lee,
it can't go anywhere else.
My reason by asking it, Lee, was you've seen a soft net, haven't you?
Yeah.
Same principle, same material. A soft net that's been in a pond for 2-3 days is thick with green algae, and eventually starts to clog it up.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that would, and that. Then I was thinking if you were using backy house media, that when you lift it up, that's what I was thinking you were doing. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I mean, if that does happen, all I've got to do is do that and open the zips, and it'll go through the middle. That's all right. And when I want to take it out, I can just zip it back up. I mean, and that's what it's for. If it gets clogged up, is to take it out to clean it. So
clean it and put it back in.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Have you got a lid on your backy shower?
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking there's not going to be any.
It won't happen then, will it?
It won't happen. That's it. Yeah, because it's got a lid on it, and it's only the green algae is grown from UV light. Yeah.
So Matt's got a question. Come on, Matt. Matt, spit it out.
Sorry, go on, Matt. Yeah, sorry, I cut you off there, mate. My apologies.
What was I going to say? Oh, so you said then that a potential for reoccurring parasites is the backy showers then with different types of media in it, apart from the plastics?
Oh, I don't know. This is just what I've heard from other people speaking, but I would imagine. I mean, if you've got flukes, I mean, I don't really suffer with flukes. I don't really suffer with anything really. I keep on top of stuff, and I'm lucky. I'm okay with it. But I mean, if you've got flukes, you had a lot of people saying that when you treat a pond with a chemical, you know, the hardest things to treat on that pond is not the koi, is not the water. It's either like a bog filter or something like that, where it's hard to get the water into, and also ceramic media. That's what I feel. I mean, listen, I don't suffer with parasites, so I'm not the one to ask. But that's
Lee,
just,
you've had more parasites than anyone round here, mate.
listen, that's inside my underwear. But when it comes to the pond,
that's about to change.
That's why it's hard to get a license for tattooing in Wales and what it is in England, because in Wales it's breeding and
exactly. No, but I mean, it makes sense. I had a chat to Alan Tate once, and even he agreed. It was, yeah, you know, to get to clean the media, if it's alpha grog or anything like that. I mean, common sense tells me that not all that water is penetrating that media, so you'd have to have some sort of pressure vessel to push all of that fluid in, because you know
all my in mine I've got obviously my filtration. I made myself, obviously everybody knows I have done, but in my first chamber I've got jack matting, second chamber moving bed, third chamber is a static bed, and each one of those I have bags with media in to lift out, but I have backhouse media in it, so there's backhouse media in there. But when I've run that, and I only ever do give it a clean out that particular chamber, I boil them all up each time I flush my system, but I take it out for a deep clean once a year. But those sacks that I've got my media in is submerged in water continuously, but it does get a build-up of the fines that come through there that settle around on the bag. With a lid on or not, there are fines that get into it and do make a little bit. So you'll see, mate. But it takes a long time to do it to become what it is. And if you've got it, it's easy enough. Take it out, clean it up, put it back in, isn't it?
So what's your views on the cleaning of the backy house media and stuff, Matt? What do you think?
It was just funny because when you said that, I mentioned this back along when I was talking to the people that make Flukex, and she was basically saying exactly the same, that the biggest problem is the media that we're using, although it's good for the biological side of it. There were so many places that would never ever get to see any of the treated water or the medicated water.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like I said, I mean, everyone on this channel has got intelligence, and I just think that like you take, I only use PP because I've got such soft water, so I can't use a lot of treatments because it needs to be a certain KH, and I can't get up there because my pH will be off the chart. So PP is the only way I can do it, really.
Yes.
But I mean, that's got a certain retention time. You need to put PP in, and it needs to stay purple for so long, you know. But then when you're only getting 5% of that fluid penetrating your media in your backy showers, that's dramatically reduced in potency, isn't it? So I mean, who's to say that flukes do reside in the center of media? I mean, they might do. I've never put it under a microscope.
They have a rave, mate.
They probably are. It's probably a nightclub for them. Do you know what I mean?
But surely at the end of the day, how can a fluke survive there? That's my issue. Is if your water's not getting there, why is a fish parasite that can only survive 2 weeks without a host living inside the media where it
there we are? Well, yeah, that's a good point, isn't it?
Is it actually living there? Is it living there, or is it just happens to be there whilst you're doing?
Probably just running through the system. Yeah. Who knows?
I can't remember the lady's name now, but the other thing she was saying, Fiona. She was saying about
Matt,
raising the water level up.
Matt, it's Fiona.
That's what I said, Fiona.
Yeah.
raising the water level up, because the top inch of your pond will just be moist.
Oh, yeah.
What?
What's it going to be?
Mate, every lady, every lady that's listening to this now has actually gone, oh, did he just say moist? I can guarantee you they hate that word.
Cal.
Like dripping.
Oh my God.
Cal loves
That's
that word.
Two in a row. You're going to get chucked out of the bedroom tonight.
Oh dear. So anyway, so the flukes that are living in the moist dripping curtain.
Oh my God.
You can draw a line under that now. But yeah, so certain media is obviously an issue for
just one curtain.
Don't want to be in water, is it? So most fluke treatments are Praziquantal, and they don't.
Hang on, is it one curtain? Is it one curtain or curtains?
Mate, I'm not even speaking to you with that haircut.
Right. Are we talking about a box weld liner or just a folded liner with a lot of folds on the moist section
and creases?
See, this is the problem when we haven't got a female person on the board of consultants.
I'd still say exactly the same shit. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
But
anyway,
yes, flukes are a persistent problem.
Gentlemen, one day I will get to come on your channels and get my own moist comments in.
Mate, I haven't got a channel. Never.
Look it out. I've just been looking at it.
What?
A channel?
My channel. I haven't got. Well, not really. Nothing.
Matt, have you read the comments?
No.
There's a lot of people.
Fiona's had an opinion.
A lot of Fiona's in there. Just in case you didn't remember.
Who is Fiona? I'm not quite familiar with Fiona.
She's the person that creates the treatment that we're all talking about.
Oh, really? That's cool. That's cool.
Bloody hell.
Oh, that's proof.
God, I've aged a bit. Look at me there in the first one.
And look, ladies and gents, if anybody isn't subscribed to New Forest Koi, he's just shy.
I wouldn't bother, mate.
Look. Come on, let's see if we can get him up to 1,000 subscribers tonight.
Right, that needs to be there tonight.
No, because if I go over 1,000 subscribers, I become monetized and I can't show.
Yeah, then you can't show your fish. You won't be able to show your fish, then you're screwed.
That'll be me done.
So yeah, if you haven't, you want it already. In fact, if you haven't, guys, let's give.
If I get 1,000 subscribers, I'll put
if you haven't subscribe, help his channel.
If you get 1,000 subscribers, will you streak down Phoenix?
Eating a chili.
Nice. There we are, guys. Get
That's
across the
gotta be
New
worth it.
Forest, give him a like and a subscribe.
No, I was only I'm not doing that again. I was joking.
That dude that you've got on behind you, his channel's brilliant, man. That guy is like some crazy inventor.
Oh, mate, Colin Furs. He's a mate of mine. He lives up in Newark.
His channel's brilliant. Some of the
I've been to his place a few times down his basement. I know him really well.
I've been down his basement. All right.
Yeah, he's got a basement that he's building for his DeLorean in Newark, just outside of Newark.
He's brilliant.
Mate, if you don't follow him, mate, you should. He's class.
Yeah, if anybody watching that channel, you need to do, because that's well good.
I mean, listen, don't go and see Colin Furs before on the way to go and see New Forest, because you'll be totally bytracked and you'll never get to New Forest, because he is amazing and Rick is just good looking. So there's a difference.
There you go.
I'm only joking, Rick. I'm one of your biggest fans, my friend.
We'll see. See what I send you next week.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, shit, you're in trouble.
Oh, Jesus.
Thanks, wide cute.
Well,
Right.
you got a few more, Rick. Right, go on then. Topics, Matt. What have you got? That's a few more.
I don't reckon I ought to say one tonight.
You don't think you want to say? Yeah, better be careful, mate, just in case.
Come on, DPS.
Is it controversial?
Yeah, might be.
Is it discriminatory?
Crafty looks like Private Pile, look. What are you doing?
I'm
Looks like
watching
you're
New
really
Forest
troubled.
Coy's subscriber count is currently needs 13 more people.
13
come
more
on, guys.
subscribers, that's all he needs.
What is it on
13
New
more
Forest Koi?
subscribers.
Hang
New
on,
Forest Koi, yeah.
let me see.
This is unbelievable favoritism. I'm not
I
even
can't believe
subscribed
that
to
you're not already there, mate. That channel should have been way up
Well,
there.
they put nothing on it, do I?
12.
Really?
135 videos you posted, mate. It's not bad for somebody that don't put no on it. I mean,
I know, but the dogs are on it. Ezra's on it.
yeah, that's what it's
it's
about.
great
It's about
job,
your
mate.
experience.
Oh, we're
hang about.
990.
I've got a topic.
Go on, 10 more,
That's
10
what
more.
I've
Get him to 1,000.
What was
92.
going on? What was going on with Mr. Alan Tate's official visit down there at the weekend?
He
doing
turned
a bit of
up, right.
work and stuff.
I had
Yeah,
a few
what
beers.
video- what
I had a
video
beer-
is that
few beers,
on?
didn't I? Don't know, mate, but I had a few beers last Thursday. Rocked into work a
Like
little
toy
bit
for a
late.
customer.
Who's waiting at work? Alan Tate going, let's go do. I don't know what you doing.
That's incredible. He's a good lad, isn't he? I like Alan.
He goes, let's go block
Oh,
there.
4
I'm
more
like,
to
"You're joking."
go. 4
Three more to go.
Who says you can't buy viewers?
Two more
more.
to go.
If
Come
we get to
on.
1,000,
Don't take it
Rick's
off.
going to give a fish away.
And run naked down through Phoenix. And eat
Come
a
on,
chili.
we got 2 more to go.
Really?
Oh, come on.
I feel bullied. I feel a bit bullied. I'm going to unsubscribe myself.
Oh,
No,
mate,
you
it's
haven't
gone, down, it's gone down 1 as well. Right, 2 more to go again. Come on, guys, we can do it. Let's support our local
I
friendly
unsubscribed.
koi dealer, koi
You won't
breeder.
subscribe to your own channel. You can't even subscribe to your own.
No, I don't know.
2 to
He
go.
did because when he said he unsubscribed, it actually went down 1.
Got off it quick.
Oh,
get me
come on, we
fridge
need 2
now.
more, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, 1 more.
And again, for anybody that don't have it, I was missed it. There is the link for his channel.
Yes,
Right?
1K.
Has it done it like that?
I've
Boom.
unsubscribed. Fuck you.
And I'm going to unsubscribe as well. No, I'm joking.
There you go. What free
Right,
fish
thank
you
you.
giving away,
mate.
Rick?
Mate,
Now-
I think
now
you, I
can
think
be
you might get
monetised.
I think you might get a gold YouTube sign for that.
There
Well,
we go.
I don't know.
It's official, Rick. New Forest Koi, 1K subscribers and 135 videos.
And that's how we
Congratulations,
support the
mate.
community of koi. Well done.
Next video will be special then, won't it?
That's
It might
It'll
become
have to be.
video
You've
norm.
not answered the question. What fish are you giving away for your 1,000 subscribers?
Yeah, for your 1,000 subscriber giveaway
Now-
prize, what will it
Yeah.
be?
I'll give
At
away
my
a Welsh
1,000,
dragon.
I gave away an Evolution Aqua auto feeder at my 1,000 points, and I actually did.
I'll give away a Welsh dragon. One of the ones that was going to Lee is now going off free.
Oh, you're a horrible man. Oh, Craig at Niwa Nishnagoy. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, he's just subscribed to the best channel.
He just said good nightly. He's going. He's been
Yeah.
quiet all night. That's the word.
Joking.
Just hiding in the background.
Did he did in the last video he sent me a couple of months ago. He sent me a video of him going on the title on WhatsApp. It went, "Here's some eye candy for your pal." It's just him standing over a bowl, right? But he's obviously done something AI, and he's bent over and he's turned into a dress with massive cleavage. Mate, it's the worst.
I've seen that one.
It's the most
I said
troubling
to
thing
him-
I've ever seen.
I said to him he needed to make that one and stick it on his channel. That'd be
Oh God,
tons
it
of
made me feel sick for a little bit.
views. Oh, good that one.
I mean, he's a handsome man, but not a very good-looking woman. He looked a bit like Susan Boyle.
Not the boil.
No, I love the Boyle, but it was just a shock when Craig turned into it.
Right, so yeah, I'll have to give away a free fish now. Cheers, lads.
Right, have you got one you want to present on the channel now?
Yeah, because I was already ready, lined up for it. I've got it really ready.
But you must have some
You've
pearlers,
got-
surely, on
Come
your
mate, you've
phone,
got
ready,
plenty
Rick.
on that phone.
Nothing on it. Nothing on it. Look.
You must have tons of fish
Unbelievable.
on there.
Oh, actually, be careful. If you do give away a fish, then that's probably classed as some sort of
Bribery.
no, not bribery, but that's classed as some sort of
Benefiting
koi
through
involvement, and then that might eliminate someone for doing the koi shows. So be careful. You might
Yeah.
destroy someone's showing career.
Yeah.
Gaz, if you can bring up Vinny Coy.
Can you stop poking the bear?
I'm joking. I am joking, mate. Matt knows I'm joking as well. I want the show to do really well. Mate, I'm going down to help set it up. Trust me, I want people to show and I want people to have a good weekend.
So anyway, going back, right? So last Friday, Mr. Tate turned up out of the blue, as I'm a bit wobbly from a night before. He's trying to put strings and lay blocks. So we've now named that pond the Tate Modern. So we've started stocking it.
And a free pond bomb from Crafter. That
There
one?
you go.
Or do you want me to bring up his channel?
No, that was it. That's what I meant.
Oh, sorry. Well, in fact, why not? New channel here, ladies and gents. Actually, he's only got 8 subscribers, and he has got out 8 videos. So let's give Vinny Coy a little bit of a push as well.
Yeah, let's do it. Go on, guys. I love this.
Licking in the background. Cheers, gents.
This is the best day ever.
That's what he's good at.
Gaz, I'll tell you what I'll do next week, right? Not next week, so I'm not here. The week after.
Yeah, you're officially.
I'll do 2 fish, right? One's a free giveaway for this, whatever you blackmailed me into. And the other one will be another charity one to go onto the charity thing. But we've already been putting money in, whatever that. You don't really see it, do you? The Just Giving page. We'll chunk that one into that as well. So it'll be 2 now. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll do that next. I won't 2 weeks' time.
And do you want to do the draw on here in 2 weeks' time then?
Yeah, so there'll be 2 fish. One will be bidding on for charity and one will be free because
as a free giveaway. Are you wanting to do the giveaway on your channel and just do the charity fish on here?
No, just doing both on there, isn't it? There's no point doing nothing on my channel. There's nothing on it.
Well, you've got 1,000 subs.
Tune in. Oh, Vinny was at Vince's today. God, that's a lot of views. Do
you know what? Every time I watch one of Vince's, but listen, Vince, I don't want to make you big-headed, right? But my missus is obsessed with your videos. She goes, "Is Vince on again?" Mate, she loves Vince's videos, right? And it impresses me every time Vince has got a video on. He finds a new channel. Like, is that all he does? Is literally hunts new channels. I don't understand. If he puts one out a day, that's 7 new koi channels a week. I mean, listen, I will subscribe to everyone, but it's surely difficult to try to find all of these channels. He
has done a few repeats every now and again because he does like to give those smaller channels a little bit of a promotion, which is, I think, is pretty good, man.
I'll be honest with you. Back in the day, a few years ago, he did actually give me a shout out. I'm sure he did, and I thank you, Vince. It was really lovely of you.
And now
Vince was my first subscriber.
Pardon?
Vince was my first subscriber.
Was he? That's incredible, mate. He's an amazing person, mate. He really does support everyone, which I think is good.
What are you going to say? But then, but he's an idiot. No,
mate, he's not an idiot, mate. He's only a tanky. Well, yeah, he's an idiot.
He wasn't.
I am joking, Vince. I'm joking.
He was in the scaly backs, mate.
What's that?
Signals.
Oh, signals. I mean, mate, I'm a stupid para, mate. We only think about para stuff.
Yeah.
Rick,
Gaz.
if you were thinking about having a go at doing a bit of spawning,
what, right now?
What tune would you play?
Anyway, what's your favourite album?
A bit of Barry.
What's the best time to start prepping your fish in readiness for it?
About 2 a.m.
And how much rubbing does it take?
They got to be. You're prepping already, aren't you? If they're not in condition.
That's what I was asking, mate. Because it's the beginning of the season and everything's starting to kick off. The birds and the bees are nesting and all that kind of shit. So I was wondering.
All of the fish, the males aren't quite so important, but all the females that we want to spawn early, already in polytunnels, they're already ahead of the natural cycle. Day length's getting longer, but the temperatures are higher than outside, being fed lots of food, and they are bulging up lovely. And
do you definitely go with? Do you always keep your male and female separate then?
No.
And so you'll store them together until it gets close to spawning time, and then separate them out.
Not even that, to be fair. No, so in an ideal world, we'd chuck the males in 24 hours before the females.
What about any form of stimuli? Do you inject? Do you
Mate,
give them?
this is a family show. This is a family show.
If you're using the natural, they're literally all the day length and the temperatures are all heading towards spawning. So we just make sure it doesn't get to that point, and then we'll put in. Quite often they'll all go in together. So the same male and female that have been in the same pond all year will then go into the spawning tunnel and within 24
just
hours.
giving them that different environment with because I know you told us about it in past. You told me personally about it in past, but there's a way that you can spawn fish by naturally triggering it with temperatures, isn't there?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So you're taking them from a slightly cooler, deeper pond that's got nothing to spawn. So you give them all the natural triggers. So water clarity, water temperature, something to spawn on, all the natural triggers that would make them spawn. You just suddenly deprive them of that where they live in a normal koi pond.
Yeah,
and you put them into something that's just
a shower.
We're in a nice little hotel room with a bomb.
Lots of nice sheet spawning material and all that.
You get a koi pond window. You put a flat screen TV on there, and you press the koi partner and just watch them. Literal porn for koi, isn't it? It's not rocket science. It is. What do they do when they spawn? They want something to spawn on. They want a higher temperature. They feel more comfortable, slightly more coloured water. It's just you give them all of those natural indicators, and it's much better than injecting with a hormone and leaving them where they are. You're giving them all the natural cues, and I'd like to say, 99% success rate. Boom, off they toddle.
And when you come to the point of they start, going through the motions, you then take out a strip and hand spawn or hand strip.
Yeah, so we'll take out as soon as the female ovulates. So basically, all of her eggs become fluid simultaneously in the body cavity. So as soon as she starts laying some eggs, all of her eggs are now loose.
Ready. Yeah.
She's a loose woman at that point. So you knock her out, bit of rehypnol, off you go, strip them out. So you just you do as much natural as you can, and then we intervene for that tiny portion. Take the eggs, take the milk from whatever males, put them back, let them carry on, have their.
Yeah, you do allow them to go back to doing a little.
Yeah, we let them finish. We let them finish the job, because they get the last of the eggs out. They go through the whole process. That all those eggs are dumped. We don't keep anything that's self-spawned. It's just purely.
Do you give them any? Do you let them have a cigarette afterwards, or?
No, I do normally turn the lights down.
Nice, because it's always nice to have a catch afterwards. Because it's always nice to go to sleep.
Male fish are very like male blokes. They literally will go for the first one, and then when it's nearly done, they'll just leave them and just head for the next one. You're done. I'm off.
Terrible.
And we leave them. We give them another 12 hours just to calm down. It's all done, and they go back to their house. And
you don't. So you don't. Have you ever tried to keep any of the stuff from a flock spawn? Then, no,
not really, because at the end of the day, the flock spawn, not only is it whatever parents are in that particular pond, every parasite, bacteria, every single thing in that pond is then why bother if you can take 10% of the eggs from a female and have more fry that you can deal with comfortably.
Yeah,
done, isn't it? Why is
Let's go.
So what are you changing out this year, Rick? Much?
Shitloads, mate. So we've always got shed loads of males and females and stuff to do. My problem is what I want to do from a personal point of view, like what the Crimson Thunder or X, whatever we're going to do, is shit for the business in terms of sellability of numbers of fish. So I have to weigh up my ego and the good stuff against what we're going to sell shitloads off and make money from.
Yeah, you got to have your key elements that are always required and people are always looking for. as much as you might want to produce shit ton of weird and wonderfuls, they might not necessarily be as profitable in the long run.
Well, that's the flip side. The weird and wonderfuls are the profitable ones. Those high quality Sankey and Kahaka and whatever are shit from a business point of view. Because
what do you actually
numbers.
Do you agree?
To put it into perspective, because we were using lead count. We put a lot of effort in last year, so we did 16 ponds of Go Sankey that are now down to in reality a few hundred good fish. If I'd done 16 ponds of Gimrin Krashikoi, Gimrin Shisui,
you'd have been sold out.
Yagi, whatever, we'd have had a lot more sellable fit. The business would be a much better financial place, but it's not necessarily what I want to do. So there's always that battle on between what sells, what makes money, and what you want to try and do as a breeder.
Yeah. I mean, Go Sankey is becoming a lot more difficult sale, isn't it?
There's shit. Some of the ones we put on the WhatsApp auction today, mate, were 50 quid for a fish that it would cost 10 times that in Japan, and yet I can put on an Aragoki Kajaku that's costs nothing to produce and will make us more money for that fish. So
yeah.
And that's that was just you can't fight what people want to buy. You have to either go with it and make money or go against it and not make
What do you think likelihood is of Japan side of spawning breeders and what have you becoming more weird and wonderful
doing it
as opposed? Yeah, well, I mean, I know they are, but do you think Go Sankey will become? No,
it's always going to be. It will always be the mainstay, won't it? Because it is the best stuff. But you have to produce so many of them to have a few good ones that it's really hard. So you always do a sideline of whatever Aragoki. A lot of the stuff Aoki produces 10 years ago would have been put in the bin, and now it's selling for top dollar. Because taste changed, demand changed, and that's those yellow dragons, they would all have been culled because of the scalation on them was deemed crap. That's
still is.
It was something that was 10 years ago. It was they didn't want that kind of thing. Suddenly now they do. It's the same as body shapes on koi as well. It goes around in fashions like jeans, isn't it? Skinny jeans one day and mum jeans the next day.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. Do you wear your mum's jeans?
because
Sometimes if they've been washed. But yeah, it is mental, isn't it? Whether that comes down to viewing windows, whether that comes down to promotional stuff, whatever it happens to be. An Aragoki has been culled for donkey's years, and now suddenly it's a premium, and now it's worth money. Breeders are putting effort into them to make them better, and sometimes now they're good ones are pretty amazing. But that wouldn't have happened without that transition from that
one person that thought, fuck it, I'm gonna bang a few of these different things out, see what they become.
It's just
or do you think it's selling off the chaff?
To a point,
I think they're clever. I think. Listen, if they can market something and make money from a byproduct, why wouldn't they?
Why not? Yeah, why wouldn't you? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, it's a bit more humane as well, isn't it? Trying to get something popular and selling a live creature rather than culling them.
But you could go right back to if you breed, like say Gimrin Hiatsuri, your biggest cull is Gimrin Benigoi. I'm not being funny. We've culled millions of Gimrin Benigoi because you're only keeping the black fry from the Hiatsuri, the Gimrin Hiatsuri. So suddenly people want them. It's like, well, hang on, that's mental, isn't it? Because we've culled 2.4 million of them. They're worth Suddenly, now we should keep some.
Suddenly, all of a sudden, you wish you kept some back.
But if you flood the market with them, they're worthless again, aren't they?
Yeah.
If I turn around next year and say I've got 1 million given,
if that's the case, then why is that never? Why is that? If you flood the market with them and you say they become worthless, why has that never happened with Go Sankey?
Because you can't flood the market with good quality Go Sankey. Because it doesn't matter how good you start, you only get 1 in 1,000 or whatever.
That's it. Yeah, that's where they're always going to be.
It must be really hard for you as well, Rick, because you're spawning now for potentially next year, where when we go and buy now for selling this year.
Yeah, so but I'm ahead of the Japanese, so they're copying me, so it's fine.
Now they are, because they're going to know where your YouTube channel is.
Oh,
yeah.
They're gonna find
now know you've got 1,000 subscribers, you just become insta-popular.
It's one of those things, you try and read a trend, and then you go into it, and then suddenly that trend's gone, and something else comes in and pops in and whatever. So I'll follow my own path, and it's fine, and it will win. It will lose.
Lead from the front, Rick. That's what it's about, mate, isn't it? Lead from the front.
It's not though, isn't it? I've spent 30 years standing on the shoulders of giants, and I've literally copied the Japanese breeders for 30 years to try and achieve a portion of what they do. And now I've got to a point where it's actually, let's do my own thing, because why not? I'm drunk and I'm old. I don't care anymore. But yeah, all we've done is pick the best breeder of a variety, is doing the best stuff and using their parents to try and replicate what they do, so we can offer something similar at a competitive price. But you get to a point where you need to do your own stuff, and we've been doing that for a few years, and then it starts to get, if it's good enough, it gets recognized. If it's not good enough, you go back to the drawing board.
There we go. So if anybody is interested and is having a go, and I know Cashy said that he's there, he's got his in there prepped, ready and waiting to go in the next couple of weeks. There we go. I'm conditioning the males and females together this year. Been in the greenhouse for 2 weeks, and when I want them to spawn, I'll put in the brushes and drop the water about 18 inches. So Cashy's having a go at spawning again.
He's done some good stuff.
Yeah. I've seen some of his stuff that he done last season. There was some bangers, man. In fact, did he not take a prize with one of his own spawn fish at a show?
He might have done the year before last.
Yeah, I think he did, didn't he? Sure, was it a Saragoy?
I think he did. He's done good stuff.
Right then, ladies and gents. Are we any more for any more? Anything else anybody would like to have a natter or a chat about before I...
Go on, Crafty, give us a topic.
I'm out of topics.
Go on, Matt. Give us a topic.
Send me a picture on Discord, mate.
Freight costs, shipping.
Second at Birmingham, I knew you had.
It's too expensive. Next.
What's that, sorry?
Pricing of shipping of fish going out to customers.
Oh, right. I'm not familiar with that, but you two can absolutely hammer that out.
That's boring as fuck.
It is. It's just what the cost
It's too
is.
much money.
Okay, let's talk about box liners. Matt, I'm sure you've got a box liner hanging around, which is a miss size, which you could probably send to me, which is going to be the exact size of the pond that I want outside. That's going to be my budget pond.
Let me. Yeah, I probably have.
Have you really?
Probably.
So you
okay.
All you need to do now is make a pond to suit that liner.
No, but I'm serious. But if you've got like a small, like 1,000 gallon or 500 gallon or something like that, maybe you have. Yeah, that's cool. That's it, mate. Off the top of my head, bang.
I've got one sat there. I know the one.
There we are, mate. You let me know how much it is, and the oh no, talking about the shipping now as well. There we are. That's your topic. No, but yeah. So actually, let's talk about koi vats. I really want that lovely man from up north to pick up his heat gun and start making UK koi vats again, don't you?
I heard you say this in your video the other day about that you got some, but You were interested in having a go at doing some, weren't you?
Yeah, do you know what? Right, my sister.
For the koi shows and what have you. Has he not been like the sole supplier for all the vats that they've had and they've made?
Well, there used to be a guy, Showvats, he used to be called. I can't remember the name of the guy. He was a lovely fella. His missus always used to be in the show, and he had two dogs and all with him. And I bought a vat off him once, a small 1 meter vat to take some pictures and all in. And the quality is outrageous. I mean, yeah, you can buy vats these days from Temu and China and stuff, but they ain't the same kind of quality as he used to do. And it's a shame. Do you know what, right? If he's watching, or if anyone knows him, give him my number and tell him I'll pay for a week workshop so he can teach me how to do them.
You know what? I'm going solid bowls this year, mate.
I mean, yeah, but you're lucky and perfect. You've got somewhere to store them and stuff, haven't you? I mean...
What kind of a size vehicle are you going to have to put those solid bowls in?
Not very big. I'm not looking at massive things, mate. In the show scene, mate, one thing that I struggled with at the show is separating the stock out that are all valued. I've had to adjust the prices so everything is the same price in that vat most of the time, you know. And when you got a lot of toes in like a big vat, mate, it's good that people stand there looking, but you know, Gaz, when we've been at the Great British, right, huge amount of fish in there, you know, it's a pain in the arse. So this year I'm going to be bringing on some more solid bowls. They're not massive bowls, just so I can separate stock out and have them. So your Tamora are in Tamora and your Condo are in Condo, etc., rather than having everything in one.
Yeah. I think it looks neater as well. Yeah, I've seen a couple of people in the shows, like old Walker Coy used to do that and stuff. Well, does do that in his little bowls and stuff. Yeah, I think it looks good. I think Dave from Coastal does it as well, and I think quite a few of them. Shirley Aquatics. I mean, it's good. Yeah. I mean, ironically, normally their better stuff is normally in the hard bowls. I mean, you know, even Sakazumi does it in Japan. Good old lad.
Who's going to be brave enough to do them in bags on the floor?
Oh, mate, do you know what, Rick? I'm a massive fan of that. You know when you go to the International Junior Koi Show and you see, I don't know how they can do it. They're like little robots, but they make these little bags all blown up, proper, but you can sit on them. They're so hard, right? And you've got a perfect fish in them, and they're all lined up.
And they're all exactly the same fucking size.
So clear though, aren't they? Not like if you pack a fish, you put that fish in that bag, and within 5 minutes, the bag's steamed up and missed up, and you can barely.
Yeah, they're all perfect. Mate, it's
they're
good.
Crystal clear, aren't they?
Yeah, but anti-condensation bags. And when the customer wants that one, you don't even have to bag it from. Just pick up.
Yes, don't take it in a box. Away you go.
Mate, we had people nick seahorses out the shop last week.
What? Seahorses?
Did they ride out of there?
How?
That was good, Rick.
I've caught people with a bag in their pocket with water in, putting goldfish in, mate.
Honestly, that means you're too expensive, mate, if they're nicking them. That's terrible.
I mean, to be fair, mate,
imagine that at the koi show. Put that in your bag, off you go because your back's turned. Fuck that.
Next time I come to Perfect Aquatics, I'm going to have a massive Volvic bottle like that and just drop all the golden orf in it and I'm off.
Dragging a fucking blue vat behind you like that with fishing.
No, you know, like the big water vending machines, whatever they're called.
Those big,
just put like a blue suit on and say, I'm just changing the water.
Yeah, honest to God, mate, it's mad what people do. So it'd be good to do that. But unfortunately, there's so many people out there that are not legit, mate. It's like, look for that.
Probably just walk along, pick up a bag and away they go.
Yeah.
But do you not think, in a weird way, we all laugh at the goldfish at the fair? But if you went to the show with 100 fish to sell and they were already, when you got there, you pre-bagged them with oxygen, fresh water, and whatever, is that actually, I don't know, is that not almost better in the fact that
everything's biosecure?
It's just done. They're set. Boom, there it is. You can see the size, you can see your fish, bomb, take it on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they used to hang them up, didn't they, in bags?
Yeah, imagine having to do that with all your stock every day and then take them back out of bags. Put them
But
in
if you're selling, but if you're going to a show to sell 100 fish, then you're going to bag those fish anyway when you sell them or take them home. You're literally just cutting the corners, isn't you? Just there you go.
Yeah.
I think the problem is though, mate, for those people that are spending good money, they want to see that fish swimming about.
Well, it's swimming around in a bag, isn't it, mate? You can shake it up upside down and go.
I don't think it's a cool way how they do it though in Japan. I mean, that is pretty smart.
Yeah, those koi shows are really cool.
Even when you filmed them in Passley, you can see that fish is back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. And you know what? I can remember sitting there on one of my videos. I might have filmed it as well. I mean, the junior koi show. I was sitting by Narita's truck, and he had his little worker kind of, people like Yamaguchi was there, and all the local breeders that was under his sort of like little umbrella, and they're there, twisting these bags, making sure there's perfect amount of water in them, and obviously the water they use as well is at 18 degrees. Everyone else is just filling their bags up with normal water, and theirs is all preheated the night before, mate. And they're just perfect, like perfect levels of water, perfect sized bags, proper little factory. Really, really cool. Like, again, I mean, when the Japanese put their mind to it, they even making a cup of tea into an art form, don't they? You know what I mean? So they're very clever people. Fair dues.
I'll tell you something we didn't.
I just went through it.
We didn't. Did anyone see the American koi show results?
No, I didn't actually. I did see Evo's post with Brian and stuff like that, but I kind of forgot about it until now. It was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah. Some fucking shocking fish in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Who won GC? Was it one of Brian's customers or?
Yes, I can't remember, mate, off the top of your head.
I would have thought Brian cleared up there. I would have thought.
The young champion, mate, was a fucking dog.
How did you see that? What channel was it on?
It popped up on my Facebook feed.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll have to look at
Don't
that.
start getting a bit mean about the American.
I ain't, mate.
No, we're not.
Mate, the young champion was fucking hideous, mate.
You might not understand how good
I do understand, mate. It was fucking hideous. Fact.
Was it Gosanki?
It was a Kahaku, yeah.
Hey, do you know? Talking about Americans.
I don't know where we're going with this.
No, Jenna. Talking about Americans, right? On my last trip there, I got introduced to. I mean, a bit of a spaceman, actually. I mean, he dressed like a ninja, okay, and he was from America.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and he's got
in there in 2025.
That's right. Yeah, he dressed like Darth Maul, actually, but with a white face. And his YouTube channel is called House of Koi, and it's actually really entertaining. Even though he's a spaceman, he's actually quite cool. So if you haven't seen that channel, guys, go and have a little look at House of Koi and tell him the Koi Soldier sent him, because I thought I'd give him. I mean, I didn't mean to give him dirty looks in Japan every time he turned up in an event, but he was just mesmerizingly strange. You know, when you can't quite work something out. Like the first time you see Matt Howe, you're like, and then he grows on you.
Does he? Well,
I'm only joking, Matt.
He wears a lot of traditional sort of like Japanese wear, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I thought he was a spaceman.
At the Koi show.
But if you actually watch his videos, he actually speaks fluent Japanese as well. He's actually cooler than he looks.
Herbert Fritz won the GC.
I just said Herbert won it. No one listens, do they?
Mate, I didn't hear you say it, mate. Well, the fact maybe you should speak up.
I can't help myself, but Mark's texting me shit like this. Oh, hang on.
Yeah,
no, it's just a white screen, isn't it? Why is it not? Anyway, Mr. Oxo won that under my nose in your raffle 2 years ago, and he's still winding me up with it now.
Mark Oxo's just texted me saying I haven't forgotten about your stainless steel. Still waiting for it, Mark. Yeah. Shocking.
He's obviously busy because he's sending me pictures of fish as well. It does.
Oh, actually, Crafty. Me and Crafty have got a little auction on my channel on Sunday at 6:30. Actually, guys.
Yeah.
So we've got 12. Was it 12 or was it 13 lots?
14, isn't it?
14. Oh, there we are. I thought it was 12, but there was
We put
14
the Yamaguchi
lots.
one in, didn't we, as well?
Oh, yes. So we put a Yamaguchi fish in that actually wasn't on the video. But, I mean, I had a Tuesday off. I needed to get some rubber fitting. So I thought, well, I may as well travel 4 hours up to go and collect one. And ended up just having a nice breakfast and nice time. We had a good time, actually, didn't we?
All day, wasn't it? The time
It was great, mate. I looked at my phone and it was like 4 o'clock. And I was like, oh, mate, I've got to go. Didn't get home until like 9:30, I don't think. But, yeah, me and Crafty will be on my channel at 6:30. I mean, come and join us, guys. Honestly, I mean, there's some really nice little koi on there, isn't it, Crafty? Some stuff that actually hasn't been selected. They've just come out of quarantine.
Yeah, nothing's been brought out of any of the ponds. So yeah,
which was one of the reasons I actually wanted to go up. I was quite interested in going up and maybe sniffing around and looking at these. But then
you robbed him. You were nicking fish on it under his nose.
I didn't take any fish from his establishment at all. They were all for the auction. All right.
Nice.
But yeah, come and join us, guys. You know, I mean, even if you're not spending money, just come and have a bit of banter and say hello. Because more the merrier.
Spend lots of money, yeah.
I'm drinking salmon.
Well, mate, listen. Okay, I don't make it nothing, so you don't have to spend anything. Just come and say hello to me. Crafty's the one that wants the money, not me.
It's me that gets the P45.
Yeah, it's Crafty that gets the P45. I'm just there for the ride. But yeah, it's going to be good.
But I'm just putting a question there. For some delivery vans that carry koi and your bag splits and you have to drive 10 miles to collect the box as he can't veer off his route, is there any comeback with the dealer if the koi is dead?
No.
See, this is where we vary. So yes, from our point of view, if a koi does not arrive with a customer in tip-top condition, we will 100% replace it.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I agree with that, Rick. But the issue is the courier. We will take action against the courier, but deal with the customer.
And the courier will do absolutely nothing.
Correct.
Yeah, your contract is with the contract is the dealer with the courier, not the courier with the customer. So
I know, but at the end of the day, what you will get nothing back from the courier, regardless. So at the end of the day, you have to replace that fish.
Yeah, definitely. Responsibility is with the dealer and the courier, not the customer. It's full refund.
Yeah, we've had to replace fish that have just got a broken fin from being in a bag, and that's just that is if you're shipping fish, unless you have, if we ship big fish and we don't want to, we will have a deal with the customer that we are not taking responsibility for this fish if you want it shipped because we don't want to ship it. But in reality, you're still kind of tied. But everything else we send, if it doesn't arrive in tip-top condition, then you're liable to refund, replace, or sort that shit out, aren't you? And the couriers just get off scot-free because we're screwed. There is only 2 couriers that will take your fish.
Yep. Likely to be one soon.
Well, yeah. But no, actually, there's more than that because UPS have got as well now. So you've got UPS, DX, and ACB.
I didn't know UPS had picked it up.
UPS did it, but I didn't know.
Yeah, UPS. So there's three that can, but
ESO look like they may not be soon, which is DX.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Why would you take when something goes wrong? What the fuck do you do with a bag of live fish at midnight in a warehouse that's destroying other boxes? And yeah, I don't know. So the rules state that the box should be triple skinned, insulated, nappy wrapped, and all the. How many people send their fish like that?
Nope.
We do, but a lot of people don't, and we still have issues because if someone puts a forklift truck through a box, there's no amount of fucking double bagging and nappy wrapping and stuff.
Or if somebody puts a 50 kg box on top of a fish box when they load vans up because they're fucking empty heads.
Mate, I can remember having a that Karashi, that yellow monkey, delivered to me from Exclusively, and obviously they done their job perfectly. It all came, you know, how it should be, double bagged, really sturdy box. But mate, the box was in shit state. Luckily, the koi was fine, but you could physically see. So there was a massive mark on the top of it where something had punctured the box, but not the bag. And then you could see, you know, on one of the gable sides. I'm telling you now, you could even see the rubber mark where someone booted the box and their foot's gone through it. And I actually took it up. Me and Kev actually from Exclusively took it up with a courier, and the actual woman that was in charge actually phoned me up twice to apologise, trying to find the culprit to who it was sort of like delivered by. It sort of did shake the cage a little bit. So.
I've worked in industry and I've seen what they do with parcels, full stop, never mind fish boxes or anything. I've seen TVs being wanged and being skimmed across a floor, you know, 40-inch TVs being frisbeed. It's fucking disgusting, man. How your shit get, you know, when they pack them all into an Arctic lorry, they pack them, everything goes into and it's loaded up a conveyor too, and it's taken off by a man and walked down the length of the Arctic and stacked in there. Throwing them in, get them in, don't give a shit, man, at all. Don't matter whether it says fragile or not this way up, don't give not bothered. Both, have it in.
But it even goes back to the problem if you imagine, like when you're stacking them in Japan and they're boxed and they're lovely and all done right, it takes one fish to jump with a broken anal fin, pierce through the bags, and the water dribbles out the bottom. The structure of the next box is fucked, and the whole house of cards. It's just like,
yeah. To be fair, Rick, I mean, I've never thought of that. I mean, it was only when I first started working for Exclusively Koi that I realised just how sharp either a dorsal fin or an anal fin on a toe size. He stabbed straight through my finger, man, and gave me a right slash on my hand, and I'm like, fucking hell. That was it was a, you know, I mean, to be fair, I had to put some on it and had to put a dressing around it because it was deep.
Mate, you are such a fucking pussy hands, mate.
Mate, genuinely, because
you need to rub more, mate, and it won't go through.
All I'd ever been doing prior to that before was cosmetic repair crap, and that was literally sanding. I never really had tough hands because I was using sandpaper all the time. So when I first started, my hands were soft, and it literally stabbed straight through, slashed my fingertip open. But
listen, Gaz.
I did there's a blame like that. I thought, the fuck did that? What cut me?
Where there's a blame, there's a claim. Get yourself right onto that now. Ryan will sort you out. I'm sure there's some compensation coming in the post.
It just surprised me, but I mean, yeah, they are actually the dorsal fin, the anal fin is a protective thing in it for.
So they get swallowed, isn't it? By a big
look
fish.
at Mark's comment.
Yeah, I see. That's why I actually think that's why Mark started bringing gloves, because Ryan said that I'd actually done that. I mean, that's why Mark started sending me work gloves now. Yeah, I was just surprised though because I didn't expect it to do it.
Yeah, but for most man hands, it would never happen.
Yeah, well, if you did as much sanding down as what I used to do, your hands would have been the same. I reckon I could have been a brilliant burglar. I had no fingerprints, man.
Right, let's have a new topic then. Let's talk about different drum. Let's talk about different
hours ago.
What's that?
We finished the live hours ago.
Oh, we just talk. Well, we're talking with each other. There's friends. That's good. Now let's talk about different drum manufacturers. So let's talk about. I mean, I've always been interested in what's the one up North Wales?
Burton.
No, that's in Kent. That is. Burton's good though. I mean, I've always wanted to go to their factory actually. What's it called? They're black drums. They've got a dragon as a logo. Oh shit.
Draco
drums.
Draco drums. Yeah.
I really like those. I think they look really cool. I don't know how well they work and stuff because I've never actually seen one. I've never really seen one in the flesh. I've never actually seen a Draco drum.
That would be a hint, then, wouldn't it, Lee?
Well, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Maybe it's just. Pardon?
I don't think they make them anymore, do they, Dracos?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do? Oh,
Yeah, I would have thought
Still
so.
buy them. Yeah.
And you've got the red labels. They're becoming very popular. Lee from South, West Midlands Koi does those. I mean, they're becoming very popular. But they're made in Holland. I mean, Holland is mad for koi, aren't they? Like loads of good stuff come from Holland. Like like the good auto feeders. Pardon?
Drum filters are massive over there.
Yeah, they love them, don't they? Because there's red label, and also, I mean, there was other ones I've seen in the Great British. Pardon?
Don't Profi drums come from Holland?
Profit.
They used to be, and then Darren from Absolute bought those out, and now they're manufactured in this country, aren't they? But they're originally from Holland, yeah. And then you've got
that all changed last year, didn't it? Or the year before?
Oh no, a while ago, I think. But then you've got remember the Quinny drums? Are they still being made now? Obviously, I know Quinny probably is not making them, but I don't know what's happened. Have they been rebranded or something like that?
Don't know.
What about the Chinese ones, mate? 65 quid for a drum with everything.
Are they the Chinese starting to make them now? Are they?
Yeah,
well, shit, aren't they?
Vince got a micro drum.
Yeah, micro.
Well, now I seen one of those being advertised, but the person that had them didn't think. I mean, they'd be all right for an aquarium, maybe.
No, they're like 15,000 litres an hour or whatever.
That's pretty cool for a little grow on.
Sizes. Mate, some of the stuff from China is insane.
The fact that you can buy two for the price of, still.
And then can't get any replacements in a year.
You wouldn't need to if you bought two. You can use the second one as replacement parts, couldn't you? And it's still a quarter of the price.
You're trying to replace it. They're so cheap, you can buy two.
Fail so often.
Yeah, exactly that.
Look at fucking Chinese motorbikes, mate. They last for about a year and then they're fucked. Right? The same thing's going to happen for that sort of technology. I would not put my money into Chinese technology for my pond.
I mean, the China's pretty good.
90% of stuff that you've got in your house is made in China.
Budget, Gaz. No, I'm on about the fucking cheap budget shit, mate. It's cheap for a reason. It will not last.
Someone just said Spearfish is making them now. Drums. Have you seen those, Crafty? Because you do Spearfish stuff, didn't you?
No. Filtral, yeah, but
up North Koi Pond, how you doing, mate? I'll see you up in Sunderland. We'll have a drink, mate.
Who do you install?
He doesn't talk like that. That's...
You see, they're up north. They talk. No, they're away. Hey, man, like Alan Tate, isn't they?
Sorry, Crafty, what did you say then?
What drum do you install?
The one I use a lot of is a filtration.
Yeah.
That's the one I was on about. Yeah, the filter. Where are they from?
French, aren't they?
Holland again.
Holland, yeah, mate. Holland's a real hot spot for koi stuff.
I just put it on screen then. Red label, filter, DVS, all Dutch and all very similar, if not identical.
Yeah, probably made in the same factory, I would have said.
It's the directors of the companies have all moved around and started out or joined.
If anybody's watching, I'd love a drum filter.
Right, mate, they could be sponsored on your channel, couldn't they?
Oh, they could, mate, yeah.
Actually, I don't know why people haven't, but you have to have, instead of Gaz's Koi Pond, sponsored by Red Label.
Why don't you speak to me if you want a drum filter?
Because you don't want to.
The only downside about having a drum filter for me would be having to get a freshwater supply to the back of my house again. We've been talked about this. It is doable, but it would be a project that I'd have to.
You can supply them with your pond water, can't you?
Yeah, use the pond water.
Yeah,
you can do that. I thought you'd said this before. It passed to be fair.
Yeah,
so
but no, you'd have to top it up because that's obviously going to go to waste, isn't it?
No, you're really clever and put the waste back into your pond, and you never lose any water.
It's true.
Saves you doing the water change, doesn't it? If you have to top up the pond anyway.
Oh, so I'll go for it.
It's not that difficult, Gaz.
What
to run water pipe, mate? Like little
no. I mean, plumbing's a doddle. It's just the fact of.
He's still got to get a hose pipe through his kitchen.
I've still got to take up my kitchen floor, my living room floor, or my hallway floor to do it, which is a bit of a bastard.
Haven't you even got a hose pipe in your back garden?
No, I have to run it through a house.
Really?
You lazy bastard! You should have had all that sorted out when you fitted your kitchen.
And you did fit your kitchen. You could have put it on the unit, lazy bugger.
This was the thing. I thought when we first moved into the house, I thought there was a hatch in the kitchen, and there isn't. So that means it's under my hallway on the entrance to my house. And that means that I've laminated floored over the top of it, not knowing it were there. And fucking then I thought when I took the kitchen out, I thought, all right, I could get that pipe work in, thinking that it was there in the kitchen, and it wasn't. So yeah, it's under my hallway. So that means taking up my hallway floor to do it, which is not something I really want to do.
I just put one of those little clips on your upstairs bathroom out the window and down
over the roof. Are you in a detached or are you semi-detached?
It's semi.
Oh, so you could run it around the side of the building then?
No, I can't, because then it'd be going out of my house all the way around their house and all the way back round to mine again.
Yeah, so you're attached then. So there's a house next door to each side of you.
Yeah. Well, no, it's kind of weird. I'm attached to next door, but then was partially tied in to that way.
Right.
So you got no access.
Like staggered semis, but also tied in. Weird. It's weird, man.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Have you got what's an
excuse? It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a fact. I've just put grand's worth of flooring down. Why would I want to rip it all up?
See my finger. See my finger there. What's that stuff called that borders the ceiling and the wall? Architrave, is it?
Yeah, a conduit. Or well, you've got like
Can you just take that off and run your hose in that all the way down your building into the back?
Nice, yeah. I'll do some of that.
Well,
turn it into a sprinkler system through the roof.
We see this bit that I'm in now. Right? Can you not get water from the kitchen tap? I can, but my kitchen's at the front of the house, not the back of the house.
What about your bathroom?
That's at the front of the house. This is why I say it's not a fucking easy job. To do it from a bathroom, I have to take up my hallway floor, go up the bedroom floor, and then out a wall, and then down the outside of the building.
Where's your water mains?
In Yorkshire,
You know, the funny thing is, water meters by his pond out the back.
it's not at all. I don't have a meter. In Yorkshire, if I was to run a pipe down the outside of the wall, I can guarantee you that would freeze and burst every year.
I see my mic.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yes, go. I mean, I'm still. Well, bye, Matt.
He'll be back.
He's been attacked by his deer head.
It's not that I don't like spending money. I don't like wasting money. And I should have done it before I put the flooring down, but you just think, it won't be an issue.
Right, what else can we talk about? I love new little topics.
How do I fill up my pond, Seska? This is the gods in the stew.
Kettle. He fills a kettle up every now and again.
I have a 60-meter garden hose pipe outside at the front of my house.
60 meters.
And I take that and I post it through my letterbox. I run it all the way through my living room, through my conservatory, and out into my back garden to fill up my pond. And then when I've done it, I unplug it all and I wrap it all back up and put it away every time. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Wow.
See, these things that I do just to put out video content on YouTube. That's all the shit I have to do beforehand.
And that's. Oh no, I'm not gonna open that rabbit hole again. Yeah. So where's everyone gone? It's just me and you guys. Now we can talk some sense for a bit.
Straight up, I post it through the letterbox, and then I run it all the way through the living room, which was a real proper bastard a couple of years ago when I got a burst pipe in. It burst on the hose, and it ended up soaking living room carpet. That wasn't good.
Do you know what you could do? Can you remember my very first pond? I made Mr. Miyagi's love hut. Can you remember that?
Yeah.
So you should have one of those, but you should put an IBC tank in there, fill it up once a month, and then that will power your.
That would be enough to do it. Yeah, I mean
that would run it for a long time. I would have thought for the cleans.
Everybody's got all these simple solutions, haven't they? Move house.
Move house.
Because it's that easy just to get a mortgage and start again when you're age 50, isn't it? Like, fuck that one. I'm starting a mortgage again at 50.
But everything seems easy. You know, I sometimes think that when I watch these terrible videos about Africa, and they go, "Oh, you know, this is Mia. She's 5. She has to walk 10 miles to go and get water by the river and walk home." Mate, it's easy to say, "Well, why don't you just move house close to the river?" But sometimes it's not that easy, is it?
It's not that easy, is it? I mean, don't get me wrong. To take up the laminate flooring in the hallway, as and when we need to do it, wouldn't be that big of a deal, because once I took that flooring up, there's a hatch underneath it. But for some reason, I don't know why, but I was adamant that it was in the kitchen. And I think that's because when we first moved into the kitchen, they'd replaced the kitchen tongued and grooved flooring. So I thought that that's where it was, and it's not. But
could you not go to the other end of your garden and ask your neighbour opposite you? Can you just have a hose pipe?
there's their garden backs onto my garden, so
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Can you just not borrow their hose pipe?
Mate, if someone asked me, I'd go no, because I can't even have a warm shower because my trickle-ins are too powerful, and now my shower doesn't even work.
Move your letterbox from the back garden. You know.
I'm gonna tap into my sister's water supply next door. She can pay for it.
See, the hardest bit would be because there's only like maybe a foot and a half underneath the joists of the living room, and then I'm in the conservatory now, so that wall that you're all in front of is the back of my house. So I'd have to get underneath the floor, fetch the pipe work through, and then drill the hole through so that I can get it through my house wall so it's outside. And then in doing that, I'd have to then take up my conservatory flooring so that I could bring the pipe up and out of the wall to the back of the garden. So there's 2 external walls to go through, and I've got to crawl in like old days type of like miner's pit space.
And listen, Gaz, no offense, but that wouldn't stop me.
It will be something I'll do one day, mate. But yeah,
I dig through there with a blunt spoon to provide water for my fish.
I just bring hose pipe through house, mate. I find it far easier than the 12 months or 12 hours of crawling on my chest underneath flooring.
Oh, right. I got another topic for you. I was watching my main man, Tom, from France, the Koi Zoo, and he was talking about some new food from Alla Aqua or something like that. Yeah. I'd be interested to smell that. I mean, that's always a good indication.
It's not new. Yeah. So
it's new to me. I've never heard of it. Go on, Rick. Open. Let's listen to Rick.
So a lot of people don't understand. So you got Alla Aqua do a koi food. There's Coppens do koi food. All the main manufacturers. So and one in South Africa. There's lots of manufacturers that do the same thing. They're commercial foods for sea bass, bream, salmon, trout, whatever. Alla Aqua do perhaps slightly better than some, and they've now rebranded their new food Koi Supreme, I think it is.
Oh.
Coppens have now rebranded their new food Top Koi Boost.
Top Koi Boost.
So what they're all doing is the koi industry, the koi food has become a real part of the market. So they're now rebranding those foods and making them more
koi-ish.
Yeah, they've now got sea moss.
Me, do you want new flooring?
God knows what else. So yeah, so in our food trial this year, we've got the Alla Aqua one, we've got Coppens' new top one, we've got Sake Akari Color, and EA's either Takazumi or Premium Growth, whichever, still debating. But we're using the same ponds with the same filtration, with the same weight and number of fish. So we can then draw, well, they're not exact comparisons because some will be different and the fish are different, but pretty close comparisons then against the Donichi food, the Nutrimare, the Dajiwa, and the original Coppens one we used.
Did you do sake last year?
No, but so although we use it this year, we're going to use it in the same condensed food trial, so we can compare food conversion, weight gain, length gain, quality, because that is the gold standard, as we kind of all know. So we can see it against all. So we'll have a comparison against 8 foods as opposed to 4.
That's good. That's interesting. It's good. It's good for people to know.
But yeah, Aqua will be one of them. They're Koi Supreme, and that works out for general public to buy about 60 quid for 15 kilos. So yeah, 40 quid, £4 a kilo, which is half the price of a lot of other foods. There you go, £40 for 20 kg.
£40, yeah. I'd give it a go, mate. I definitely would give it a go.
I think you've just got to weigh up. It is not going to be as clean and tidy.
No, maybe not, but still, yeah, you know, seems good.
Does it give it good?
It can't seem good. You haven't tried it yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. I would like to try it. I mean, I'm always up for trying something.
Is it as competitive as a food as sake?
Well, no, but they're poles apart in terms of cost, aren't they?
I mean, it does. Tom's smashing some massive growth on that stuff.
Yeah, but you can smash massive growth in fucking maize if you want. The big problem is, like, a commercial diet is for our farm looking at £1.50 a kilo. The next cheapest koi diet is £8 a kilo, and a decent koi diet is £20 a kilo. So that is vast differences when you're talking of 10,000 kilos. You're talking about a food bill of 40 grand or 250 grand.
Yeah,
it's not little bits, it's massive bits, isn't it? So
yeah, interesting. I just seen it advertised. I thought it'd be quite cool to when it comes over to Britain to buy a bag, have a sniff around it.
Lee,
he said on his last video it's already available now. It's available in the UK.
Southwest Food Supplies sell it. It's already there.
Yeah, it's already here.
Southwest Food Supplies. Is that just a pet shop?
Oh shit, Rick. Southwest Food. It's available here for anyone to buy.
Oh, really? That's cool.
For the one Foxy sends, it's not the Supreme one, but it's And the more you buy, if you buy a sack, it's 60 quid, and if you buy a ton, it's 40 quid. Bucket or whatever.
Interesting.
But
right, then.
Same thing. You can only put the same stuff into food that's available.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, it all seems to be very similar makeup. I mean, I think the thing with sake is the germ, isn't it? It's like the little special ingredient they put in it.
But what is it? We've already narrowed it down. Do you know what it is?
Nope. If I did, I'd make a koi food.
I've got it, mate.
That's why you look so youthful.
I know.
You're actually as old as Alan Tate, but look at you.
I tell you what,
I'm joking, Alan.
Alan Tate can lay blocks faster than I can supply muck and brick.
I bet he can, mate. He's a northerner, mate. Proper.
Did not understand a word. The only thing I got from him was judges from Japan don't understand me. I'm like, fuck me, I don't understand you. What are you talking about?
Imagine Alan trying to speak Japanese. That would really fuck anyone up, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, man, kind of canny that. Love the sumi, like.
Now, Tom's saying there, first 3 main ingredients of the new superfood, Aqua, is the same as sake balance.
No, but you got to be so careful because Aqua advertise their diet in social media in alphabetical order or whatever way they choose, not in composition until you buy.
Yeah, because sake does it in the amount.
Everyone has to do it. If you buy the bag of food, it has to be done in composition of what's in it. But when you advertise it, it can be done as whatever you fucking choose. But when you actually buy the product and it says what's in it, so you could buy a food that says, Alarak could say, well, fish meal, feather meal, gut meal, whatever. But it's until you actually buy the product with it written on, then it has to be in composition order. And Anorak do not do that on their advertising.
It says no, not true on the new one.
So they do a better food. I'm not saying they are doing a better food than most of the other commercial. I say better. It's got more fish meal in it, but actually fish meal is no better. It's no more natural than fucking feather meal or pig blood meal or anything else.
Frank says, Lee, I'll send you a picture of the label.
I'm looking forward to your voice note as well, Frank. Well, I never. That's what we start off our voice notes with every single time. Well, I never.
But so that's the problem. So when you look at their website, it will give you a list of ingredients that's in the food, but it doesn't mean that's in composition order. But when you buy the food, it's in composition order. So when you look at the website, it might say feather meal is the last ingredient. And when you buy the food, feather meal might be the first ingredient.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy, Jeroen, that used to own FD, I think it was. You know, the Dutch fella. It looks a bit like Gru from the Minions with glasses. You'll see him selling the FD food all the time. I love him, mate. He's class, mate. Honestly, I love it. I love him. And he was explaining to me about, like, you know, the FD food, and he was compared with Saki food and all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, a year or two ago, he wanted me to front a food, which never went ahead in the end. But he was explaining to me, like, I think, I'm not sure if he was saying if it was a European law or a Japanese law, but the ingredients are put on the label with the amount. So if there was more protein, then if it's like 48% protein and that's the biggest minority of the ingredient, that would be advertised first, and then it would go down from there, the amounts. Is that what you're on about, Rick?
No, competition is what's in it. So the biggest ingredient. So if it's soybean meal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah. So yeah, if it was white fish meal, for instance,
food. That's any diet, any food.
Yeah. So if it's white fish meal, it would be the first composition of the first thing. Yeah, all the way down to maybe spirulina would be the smallest amount, but it would be in there. So you can't pull the wool over people's eyes by going, oh, white fish meal and spirulina, because they're the two magic ones that people love to see.
On your website or whatever, you can turn around and say, well, we're going to put it in alphabetical order, or we're going to put it in degrees of good stuff order.
Yeah.
But when the food arrives and you look at a label, it has to be in composition of majority to minority. But they can advertise.
It's like me on Grindr. Back in the day, I used to say one thing, but then when they see me in the flesh,
yeah, you advertise the good bits and keep the bad bits.
Yeah. No, but I'm interested to get a bag of that food and try it. I mean,
we've got we brought a ton last year. We've got a couple of ton this year.
Oh, so you must like it then, if you're buying a ton.
No, I'm not saying that, because we go through a shitload of food, mate.
Okay.
So we used to use it for coarse fishing, mate. Yeah, it's cheap and cheerful. Used to buy a shit ton of it.
Is it a little barrel-shaped pellet?
Yeah. Look very similar to trout pellet, mate.
All pellets. The thing is, all pellets are manufactured in the same kind of way. So you can have a pellet that is full of top quality, high premium fish meal and spirulina that looks exactly like a pellet that's made of feather meal and pig blood. But what gets me is people will give you the big, fish meal and spirulina is a much better diet, a much more natural diet than feather meal and pig blood. But actually, they're both completely alien to a koi.
It's Good Friday today.
It's just different, isn't it? Those manufacturers have to create a diet that is sustainable and ecologically friendly. So if you've got a million tons of beer yeast to use in pet food and it's good, let's use it. If you've got a million tons of pig blood in Denmark to use, because what else are you going to do with it? Where else can we use it? Oh, actually, it's really good for fish food. Fish meal, we'll run out of that. Not got a lot of krill meal and fish meal.
It's my pain right now.
Good, but is it that good? Is it natural? No. It's not natural to a koi swim around in a mud pond, krill meal from the Arctic. It's in people's brains. I'm not saying it's not good if they do grow well on it, but what does a natural koi eat insect meal is probably the closest thing you can get to what a fish would eat.
Yeah, you'd think, and I mean, like, you'd think insect meal would be, the way to go. But like, I mean, I've fed insect meal, but like, I've seen lots of like results from people feeding it, and it causes a lot of waste. But I'm sure it's doing the koi good. It's just obviously doing the poisoning the environment, isn't it? Where they live, basically, it's hard to get there.
It's expensive to produce because it's not a waste product. The thing is, insect meal to feed your fish is something that's being created to feed your fish, so it's expensive. Pig blood meal or feather meal or waste fish meal are a waste product from an industry that you can get for free or cheap to create fish food. So, Dainichi were giving it the big, we're using hand sourced, best top quality fish meal, krill meal. That's great, but is that really good for your fish? They did do really well on it. I'm not going to lie, but it's no more natural than a stinging net or a blackberry falling in the pond, which is much more natural. I don't know. There's some.
So he's saying there, Rob's saying it's cheap, but it's not crap. Buy a bag. I have common and mirror carp. I can't afford to feed them sake. This new one this year is great food for a really good price.
To be fair, but this is the thing. So we've got such an extreme of. So that Aqua food is what, £3 a kilo? Retail for Joe Bloggs to buy a bag.
Crazy that I got
£3 a kilo, right the way through to the top end foods at nearly £30 a kilo. And if you're going to feed 50 kilos, it's a big difference, isn't it?
Flynn, look at my damage blocked.
How does it work? I don't know where you put it, which is why we do the food trials we're doing. As long as it doesn't have negative effect on the fish and the fish perform okay on it, and then perhaps you can go, well, we can use this and mix it with this to create a better diet across the board at an affordable price point.
Yeah.
Don't know. What shocks me, and that shocks me.
Next game.
Nutrimel, I think, is coming out at the minute. It's one of my favourite diets. And
I've been told by that guy that works for FD, that Jeroen, that Nutrimel is really good for young fish.
Yeah, I've used it with young fish. The food conversion rates and the quality of the diet is superb. It's not what we used to in fish reaction. Maybe it's not great on colour yet, but they're bringing out colour food, and it's
worth giving a go.
It's between a commercial diet and a top end diet, and it's filling a role. Yeah, Dan sold 50 ton of it, or whatever, a year. Back, innit?
4 years back. I thought I was about to see all names are taken again.
There we go.
What's your opinion on Nutrimel?
Shit. No, it's not shit. Mate, I can't sell it. I'm not gonna big up something I can't sell.
Is a problem,
but let me get on it. Right, some of my customers have switched to it, and I have seen problems with it. But every time I say something about it, I'm the bad person because I'm talking the truth. So as far as I'm concerned, people use Nutrimel if they want to. If they have problems, come off of it. That's all I'll say on it.
Yeah. Quite simple, quite honest.
No, simple,
I've seen good results on it too, though. Right? Colin Holland feeds it. Right? And I've seen good results, but I've seen some fucking hideous issues that has been pushed down and drilled down with what's changed within a pond setup, etc., etc. And it's the only thing that has changed has been the food. And I'm not going to go into anything more than that. People that I've spoken to that have had these problems You know, they've either chosen to stay on it or come off it. You know, and unfortunately, there's so many people use it and get on a hype. And yeah, I agree, Rick. There's bits to it. I just don't think you can feed enough of it. And I think that when a fish is so greedy, I think that there's digestion issues that is causing issues with fish. Personally, that's what I'm seeing. You know,
I think that's an issue. But there is how you produce, how you do something in a factory setting, or how you do something in a growing setting, or whatever, is different. And that's the problem. That's why so many foods. That's why there's so many foods out there. Every pond's different, and how fish react to the foods, if they're growing, if they're not growing, the temperatures are at, the age of fish, what they're going to do.
So Dan.
Not Dan, the Nutriman man.
Yeah, Dan gifted me a couple of sacks last year to trial. I mean, when I trialed them, I mean, my pond was sort of like, I just restocked the pond. It was quite virgin. Not the filters wasn't built up very well and all that kind of stuff. And I tried it for a couple of weeks and I couldn't get on top of it. But I mean, now the pond's up and running, I'll be honest with you, for the last probably 6 months, because I've got so much Nutrimare, I think I've hit a soft spot with that where I've actually mixed the two foods together. I mixed sake with Nutrimare, and I find the fish are absolutely loving it.
That.
Yeah, mate, it's hit the soft spot.
With his dark side.
Mate, do you know what? Listen, I don't think one food. I think you've even got a mixed sake with different colors and all that kind of stuff, and I think it's going really well. Like, do you know what I mean?
You know, the other bit for me with Nutrimare, I know they're bringing the color out, right? And I spoke to Dan last year at the Great British Koi Show, and I said to him, like, you know, one thing for me that doesn't sit right is there's a one cut fits all diet.
Yeah, exactly.
When you look at more professional based koi food, you've got a selection.
Yeah.
You know, so therefore you can make the diet that you want based on what the objective is that you're doing with your fish. If you're that way inclined with your fish, you know, otherwise the one cut fish will, you know, a majority of koi keepers can have that. But if you go more specialist show scene, etc., or you're pushing fish growth, etc., I just don't think it fits the bill that it states it does, personally.
But we're all saying, actually, what I feel it came out with, it's got an extreme no fillers top end food, but it's probably almost too, what do you want to say, pure, and it's like you're eating, I'm going bodybuilding and I'm just eating nothing but steak, and then you don't shit for a month, kind of thing. You know, you might get a bit musty, but so by mixing it with other foods or whatever, you might get benefits.
That's what I think as well. I think you're hitting different parts of that digestive tract with different foods. I mean, Nutrimare is obviously quite potent. It's, you know, I think it's got quite a high fat like content and all that kind of stuff. But I think paired with another food, I mean, it's not quite 50-50. I maybe do like 25-75 or something like that. But it's working really well. I mean, I've had great results in the last 6 months with them. So
I can't knock it, mate. For the food conversion rate, we got, what did we get? 8.8%, 0.8.6, I think it was. So for every 860 grams of food they ate of Nutrimare, they gained a kilo of body mass. So it's over 1 to 1. It's fucking mental, but almost too mental. But when I've started using the Munger mix with it and soaking it, they take it so much better, because you're like making it less potent. And yeah, it's great. I think it's
exactly why I mixed it with sake. It's reducing the potency of it, because it, you know, it is a strong food. So I think, you know, reduce like mixing peas and carrots.
But that's the thing. If you've got a bunch of small fish at 30 degrees and you're pumping it in, and they will fly on it. But that's too much sometimes. If you've got then older fish or fish that aren't at that temperature to convert that or deal with that, then Dan didn't like when I said you don't give them enough. They don't want to take enough. But in reality, they didn't take as much, but they still grew as much. So cost effectiveness, Nutrimare wins hands down because they eat less, grow
how
more.
How do you think that works, though, Rick? How is it that a pellet same size as any other pellet, and the fish don't want as much?
That's the whole point of a pellet, isn't it? That's why. So if you use
what's in it, what's in the ingredients that's so much different that stops a fish from wanting to eat more?
It's got no bulkers in it. It's got no filler. It's got no fiber in it. It's just literally what a fish needs to put on body mass. And if you give a fish everything it needs, it still needs to take on water, so it can eat 500 grams and put on a kilo, because it still needs to take on liquid, because you are built of liquid, aren't you? So you're just giving it the building blocks to gain that mass. And if something like Saki Akari color that we use, they love it. They eat more of it. They look crazy on their appetite for it. They do really well on it. But you use shitloads of it because they just fucking eat it and eat and eat it.
Yeah.
So you might suddenly find that in reality, they eat and eat and eat it, but actually they only put on 1-to-1. So you use 25 kilos of Saki color and gain 25 kilos of body mass, which is phenomenal, great, amazing. And it costs 300 quid. But if you can do it with, 10 kilos less than Nutrimare,
yeah,
and they gain the same, and they didn't gain this.
One thing that you've not looked at, though, Rick, is water clarity. Because obviously you don't look at that, but people in a garden pond do.
Garden pond, yeah.
I mean that's why I had to come off the Nutrimare to start with, was because not the water clarity. I don't care about that, but I mean, yeah, the water parameters were difficult to manage when I started to feed that. That's why feeding that solely, I mean, the pond might get used to it, but I had to come off it because I was a little bit alarmed with how it was going just at the start of the show scene. That's why I told Dan, I said, I'm going to pull off this a little bit and I'll start it again. But yeah, that's
the other part that I've lost my trail of thought now. The water clarity, the waste aspect as well. So I've not trialed this, so this is only based on what I've observed through what other people that I speak with.
I mean, we use it at work, and I've seen a shit ton of waste stuff.
Right. So the question that begs to me that I don't believe anyone has ever done a conversion on is, if you're on a drum system and you're feeding solely Nutrimare, the amount of waste that happens that I've seen that bubbles away, where you go from 2 bubbles to 6 bubbles in an EA220, for example, and you're still not getting a clean filter system after that and the only thing that's changed is the food, right? So that amount of waste being seen in the filter system. If you're on a drum system, is your drum cleaning twice as much or 3 times as much? So therefore you're topping up more. So therefore that saving that you're making on Nutrimare is actually being moved, or that expense is being moved to something else, such as a water bill. I don't know. It's like, they're the questions that I'm still waiting for people to come back with.
I can come back with something, to be fair. So the four ponds we do the food drum, the main back filter chamber is not cleaned from start to finish. So it's a 10-week, 12-week, whatever we did.
Yeah.
Well, and that back settlement chamber of all of them is 10 weeks worth of shit.
Yeah.
And there was a difference, but it wasn't massive. The biggest problem is obviously when you change over from diet A, if you're used to feeding Saki Akari and then you change over, or used to feeding whatever, I think the problem is the fish you do have a lot more waste suddenly. You've got a change of diet and you feed the same.
Will the fish react more to that change of diet like we would?
Yeah, but you feed that amount of food, boff. That amount of food, boff. And then so you change diet and you feed that amount of food, boff. And suddenly there's a lot more shit coming out the other end with a certain diet, and people react to that, like Lee's done when he's used it, like Vince did when he used it. Is it necessarily fair? Yes, it's fair. You use the same amount of food and you chucked it in and you got a lot more shit. But in reality, you've just chucked in something that's perhaps 20% more
than what you needed to,
than you've normally been feeding. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not selling that. I'm not an advocate. I'm just. I'm slowly becoming.
Your influence behind it, though, Rick, does help drive the sales, which is perfectly fine, based on experience and fact. And I respect that. It's like my question marks still loom over the normal garden pond setup and issues that I've seen with people's fish. And the only thing that's been changed.
I'd say in a normal garden pond situation, you shouldn't use it. It's not designed for a 18-degree pond of old, young, whatever fish that are. They're not going to utilize it properly. It's just, it's not. I don't know. It's a food that's designed for young fish that are growing at a good temperature.
Yeah.
It's not a maintenance food. It's not a balanced food. It's not a chuck it in when your grandkids come around food.
No, and that's I don't know. I just food is such a huge topic that I don't think not everyone's going to like it. Some people get great results. Some people aren't.
There's so many different people saying about different products that they use. What do you think to this? What do you think to that? Everybody does something different, don't they? I mean, I've seen the results of what Saki does at work, whether it be balance, whether it be colour, whether it be growth. And man, that shit works. And it works fast. And it puts body on, it puts bulk on. You don't make
colour
fish
spoons,
and colour goes immense.
But then you've got the issue with Saki of the premium price that comes along.
This is the thing. If all koi foods cost exactly the same
everyone
per pound,
would use Saki.
Everyone would be using Saki.
100%.
Full stop. That's it. But it doesn't. So people do like to experiment, and if they have good results in their ponds with their fish, well, they should stick with that. That's fine.
Years and years and years ago, Lee, you turned around and said once, not yet, maybe 2 years ago.
How old are you?
You turned around, he's 50. He turned around and said, when he was a whippersnapper, about 43, he turned around and said that if you can feed good quality fish, food to your stock, and you can afford to do it, then you should.
You should do it, of course. If it's your hobby, it's your hobby.
Yeah, I feed it to my fish now, and I don't think I'd change back to a cheaper brand. Because although I haven't seen massive difference, I had more growth last year in my pond feeding Saki from
stolen stock.
Stolen stock, from where I fill my pockets, my boots and my lunchbox and all the rest of it than I ever have.
Did they have to shake your ears out and just get the odd pellet out your ear?
No, I just put my earbuds in so I get them extra.
But I also think if you're in a hobby and a new product comes out and you hear good things about it, I think it is always tempting to actually trial that, because I mean it'd be a shame to sort of find out years.
That's the fun bit. You buy new fish, you try new food, you put
new food. So it's like, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, it's all right. Yeah, no, it's maybe not. I'll go back to what I'm used to. And lots of us are stuck in our ways, and I've used Saki. I mean, I like Saki. I really want to try some FD food as well. I've never really. I mean, I've been given a few sacks from koi shows, winning little awards and stuff, and I haven't actually even opened those yet. But they're in these small sacks. So I mean, to trial a food, you've got to have a good old 3 to 6 month period on them, don't you? Really.
There you go.
Crafty's question to end the evening, gents. Will we still be doing YouTube when we're 70? years old. And will you, the audience, still be watching? Fire that one at you, Lee, first.
We've got 3 people dead.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many lives I've got left. I've been shot a few times and blown up and drowned in Hawaii once. So I might not be here when I'm 70. So we'll see.
Rick?
If I'm alive, I'll be here doing whatever, won't I? At the end of the day, I think what people don't get, we don't do this for money. We just do it because we're bored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Graf?
YouTube's just
to be fair, being an ex-soldier, most soldiers don't live until they're 55 years old. So
shut up, Crafty, will you?
Hey, you.
You know,
I know 3 soldiers, and they're all over 55.
Mate, they're all. Mate, I don't know any. No, I do know a few.
Well,
if I'm still here, I don't know. Can you imagine what technology will be like then? Another 20 years.
Imagine what you're going to look like at 70, Crafty.
Mate, I will still look fucking fabulous, mate.
Only if you're on Nutrimare.
Mate, I'm going to go Turkey, have my fucking hair done. Mate, I'm going to have some injections. I'll have it all done, mate, and I'll look fucking younger than I am now when I'm.
I'm going to go to Turkey to get my hair done. My pube line's receding as well.
Oh, my God. Well, I'll answer your question. Will we be doing it when I'm 70? I'll be lucky if I'm still doing it when I'm 51. And on that bomb note, ladies and gentlemen,
you're such a
thank you very much for joining us this weekend. No, honestly,
if you like gas,
I'll be doing it as long as I enjoy it. But I don't.
Before you go, though, remember Grow and Show on the 25th. Even if you're not taking part, come down.
When we got to send the photos in.
Oh my God!
People have already had the emails.
The winners have already gone out.
Yeah, I've already chosen the winner. Because you've already sent your fucking pictures.
Just to let
every week they do this shit to me, man. Every week I start to go on with the thanks very much everybody for watching. They go
Grow and Show 25th.
Here we go. Come on.
And auction.
And it's the 24th, not the 25th. Wait for that one. Come on, Rick.
No, it's the 25th.
Have you changed the date again?
Sunday after 6. Auction at 6:30 on Lee's channel. Don't be late.
I can't.
And until then,
I'm in Spain, mate.
Yeah,
mate. Internet in Spain. Stop being tight.
Hey, I want you to be watching us in the Sticky Vicky show.
Thing, guys. If you've been enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favor. Like,
yeah, give him a thumbs up or give him a hype.
Yeah, don't forget the hype.
Yep,
that was a song, wasn't it? Don't forget the hype.
No.
You know.
It was. That's what it was. Don't forget the hype.
I'm going to see the Prodigy next week, mate. Prodigy, mate. Will it be the same? I don't know.
No, because the best person out of Prodigy is dead, isn't it?
No, the best person's still there.
This has been one hell of an experience. Have a look at that. Change in the garden. I made a little seated area. Into the little bush. So you can sit inside. Beautiful.